Welcome back, everyone, to the Close to Broke podcast. Today we have a wonderful assortment of guests today. We have the usual suspects opening up here with Clipper fan extraordinaire MCA.
Hey, guys. Happy New Year.
Didn't even deserve a clap for being a Clipper fan.
Thanks, guys.
We're going to be moving over to our retired NFT connoisseur. Goes by the name of Logan Baker.
Yay.
Hello.
Heading over to the Turkey Stone user of all.
Laker fan superiority.
I wish I didn't have to sit across from you.
We got Aidan.
I wish.
And
Make a lot of eye contact. It's cool.
And as you guys can see, there is a new gentleman here.
There's a grown man in here.
Gang.
Shout out to Trenton. Trenton
Can I
is
say that?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you have to
cool.
say it.
He's a good friend of ours, as well as our second ever interview guest. So just to open things up
Just
here,
got way better looking in here.
so just to open things up here, as don't want to leave you guys out here to dry, but Trenton, can you talk a little bit about what you do? Yeah, why would we bring you onto this podcast?
We're jumping into it.
Oh, that's a deep question.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for that.
He goes, what do you do?
Nice, that's the point.
I don't know what I do.
Okay, what is your career? What
Just
career
get
are
it
you
done.
in? What career are you in right now?
I do commercials and
Nice.
make art.
Are you comfortable talking about where you work at, like the spot?
Yeah. I do commercials for a company called HyperX.
Can we get an address
Gaming.
on HyperX?
Yes, sir.
Gaming.
Dang.
Yeah, that's the main company I do commercials for. Then I also freelance art.
Yeah.
HyperX is
All
like
sorts of stuff.
They make
the
headphones.
headphones and like
Like
computer
peripherals.
peripherals,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
mouses and
You know my
stuff.
red and black headphones in my house? How
Yeah.
comfortable are you in my house?
Not at
Those
all.
are HyperX. They're really good, by the way. I use them every day.
I think
shout out
HyperX has to be in like the top 3 like gaming peripheral companies probably right now.
Valhalla.
And he handles all of their
Yeah,
commercials.
It's a big
Not
brand
all of
for
them.
sure.
Not all of them. Yeah, we have other people.
Just go with it.
Just
I
go.
gotta-
Just
I
go
gotta,
with
I
it.
gotta be humble. I gotta shout out my
Yeah.
homie.
I gotta be
He
humble.
said just go with it.
No, that's, how did you even like how did that even happen?
How
Like
did that
most people go to the traditional route. Like your brother went super traditional, just ended up in the military. Shout out to Dustin, by the way. But, like, how did you like? At what point did you figure out like probably not college, but like
Filmmaking.
I'm
How
good
did
at
you-
this shit.
Oh, you guys want to get there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I started making commercials like at 18, 19. I think I was in school for architecture, and I was like, yo, like, but it was just super random. I was in school for architecture, but I was personal training. Like that was my job. I think you were like,
Yeah.
like, so I was personal
this
training,
way.
but at 19, like the only clients you're getting are people my age, you know what I'm saying? Like people on social media.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was like 2014, 2015. And I was kind of just like, how do I get clients? And so I was I was marketing myself through YouTube, Instagram, doing videos. And then it kind of just picked up where like people are like, yo, dude, these videos are dope. Like, and NutriShop's like, we'll pay you $500.
You were recording and editing yourself.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so then
And this is all home taught. Like you just YouTube or just figured it
yeah,
yourself kind of thing.
it's funny because actually Dustin used to edit videos before me. So Dustin was always editing like paintball, skate videos and
Oh,
stuff
no
like that.
way.
Yeah, and so we would edit like paintball and skate videos, mountain bike videos. And I still remember I was like, I think I was in like 8th grade or something, and I looked up like how much does an editor make, and it was like
You're like, let's go.
75,000 a year. I was like, fuck that. Like I don't want. I was like, I'm not making 75,000 a year. So I was like, I didn't think editing was what I wanted to do, but after I kind of I took some classes at PCC and I was like, yeah, this is cool. You know, like filmmaking, like how much thought process is going into a video. And then I kind of like would take what I would learn in school and just apply it to the commercials I was doing for these gyms and stuff. And they were just like, yo, like paying me more and more. And then it was cool. I was like, man, I can
Before,
really
like, you were doing personal training and like recording that when you're in high school and growing up, did you like a fan of YouTubes and movies and photography, and like were you doing that or like into the idea of going into that before personal training, or was it just personal training? I start doing this, and I'm good at it, and people are liking it and paying me for it, so I'm going to keep going down that road, and I start to develop like skill and passion for it later in life, or were you always kind of into like the art of it?
I think it was a little bit of both. Like I was fortunate because I was always just really into art, and so I was always like in first grade I was like always entering drawing contests, like winning drawing contests.
Creative mind.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I
cool.
would like enter like writing projects, and I would win that. And then kind of growing up, even like 7th, 8th grade, we would have like a book report, and I would be like, I want to do the book report, but in video form. And I think I did it. I shot it all on my dad's laptop, like backwards.
Wow.
And it was just like what I wanted to do. And my teachers always supported it. And so like,
You're probably better than people, so they're like,
Yeah.
let's kind of keep this dude on the right track of doing
Yeah.
like something that he's clearly better than other people at. Like,
Yeah, possibly. But I felt very fortunate because some schools are like, no, like write the book report. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? But I went to this alternative school, Norma Coombs. Shout out Norma Coombs.
Where'd you go to school?
Norma Coombs.
What is that?
It's in Pasadena, down the street from PHS.
I've never heard of that.
Norma
school.
Skins,
Nice.
dude.
It's an art school.
The Coons.
Alternative. I don't know what that means, but
It's like Sequoia.
Is it like a charter school? No.
no, I don't know.
Oh, Sequoia was like that, where it's like they didn't give homework and they like encouraged different things. You know,
It's
what
like
I
the
mean?
artsy.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah,
It wasn't that artsy, but like they
Only like short
they
buses came
supported
into the
it.
school. Or?
Was it? I almost went there.
Not like
was
that,
It,
bro.
was it
Come on.
progressive? It's like a progressive.
Like only I'm allowed to go.
Yeah, it was pretty progressive.
Nice.
And so they allowed me to kind of just do these, weird projects. And then in high school, I actually like joined Veda, which is like the art program. And art was kind of weird in high school, and so I was just like, oh, I don't want to be an artist. I was
Oh,
like,
you don't
I need to go back to
You
being
gotta
like,
be like vulnerable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
like,
artist, and everyone's in high school uncomfortable with
You
themselves.
wanna be
Exactly.
No one wants to be
Exactly.
vulnerable, so
Exactly.
of course, everyone's uncomfortable with it, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
your school was not a high school. You went to.
Norma Coombs Middle School,
Got it.
elementary, yeah.
Got it.
They went
It's-
to PHS together.
Got it.
Yeah, and so then high school, I dropped out of the art programs because I thought it was geeky.
Of course, right?
And so then I played football, did the boring jock stuff, you could say, and like, yeah. Then when I got back into college, I was kind of just like, you kind of just realize like, oh well, it's better to just do what you want.
whatever the fuck
you
you
know
want.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
Become
for
like
sure.
in high school, you're more pressured to like fit in with the crowd, But
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
once you get to college, you get a little older. You're like, damn, I could just be myself.
yeah, yeah.
Because everybody who you came up or grew up with is like gone, separated. So
yeah.
yeah, shout out to college.
Before we go down the complete rabbit hole, we wanted to open up with one thing. We all did like not a secret Santa because we fucking know each other, but we got each other gifts.
Oh.
So we're gonna open up with Christian, and for the rest of the episode, every so often we'll cut a segment because we're gonna intro in with Christian here. So Christian,
It
let's
is
see what you got.
currently New Year's Day, the first of the year. So
Merry
Yeah,
Christmas,
2023.
guys.
And Christian just
Yeah,
got his
happy
gift
holidays.
Trenton,
yesterday.
sorry, didn't get you a gift.
You're
Love
good.
you, dog. Either way. I wanted to start first, guys, because I thought this would be an appropriate gift for the podcast.
Pull it up to your shot, Christian.
into
Hold up.
frame.
Like pull up the
Oh.
gift so it's in shot.
I got us all a comforter, so we could share a blanket, comfort for the winter.
Nice.
Nice.
Christian
start-
really
we'll
overhyped
we'll
the gift
start
because
off
he
with
said that
Kiran.
he outdid himself.
Hey.
What's that?
Whoa! Yo, zoom in,
We
zoom
can
in.
get a little zoom in.
Hey.
Get a little zoom in. Aidan Question.
Wow.
boys.
There's
That's
poker
lit.
chips on these,
Hey.
dude.
I was quite, the poker chips. I don't know how much I like them. David, I got one for you too because I love you, dog.
Oh, that looked cool on the camera.
Okay. Logan got one maybe a little different.
Oh,
bucket.
I figured we could wear these for the podcast.
I feel like Schoolboy
I got
Q
one.
right
You
now.
gotta put them on right now.
I got a
dude.
nice little green one over
Can I
here.
borrow your hat then?
All right,
So can I
boys.
borrow your
Look
hat?
at this. So now I know where to go if we want like official merch, man.
He even had it at my size already.
Bro, you like that? Look at
these
the
are
little,
good.
look at the little
Wow.
purple.
Can we get a round of applause for the gift? Dude,
That's a
Aidan.
freshie.
That's a cool guy. Well,
Dude, Aiden looks like he plays golf.
Yeah, I was about to say, you look like a golfer
It's
right
very
now.
H-
You look-
Hey, show me my
Look like
camera.
a race car driver. You
feel
guys, I
like-
forgot to take the stickers.
feel like
off.
Schoolboy Q right now.
drippy, bro.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
Talk to me, baby.
Talk to
Hello.
me,
It's all
baby.
raised. It's all raised.
Guys, this
embroidery.
is really good.
I think it's a good call. You went first for sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Because we can wear them for the podcast. That's why I
Yeah,
wanted
you were
to
really
wear 'em.
adamant about going first. And I was
Yeah.
like, why do you want to go? This makes sense. Now the whole
so we can
podcast
wear
will
it.
have this.
That's
Normally-
that's a fresh color.
Bro,
Vibe
I thought that was.
We
I
look
think
cool
Kiran
right
looks
now.
good in the trucker hat.
we look cool.
You look good,
the
man.
bucket
I
hat was a great call for
I was
him.
worried about that.
You look, dude.
Yeah.
Right now, you look very handsome, Aiden.
I mean, let's
Yeah,
not just
it
say
looks
right
I knew he
now.
was gonna do that. I
Most
knew
of
he
What
the
do you
was
mean?
time-
Aiden's a handsome guy.
Most of the-
David,
most
can
of
you
the
put
time I
yours
like
on
handsome.
normally so I can see if it fits your little head?
It's
Gotta
a
fit it?
snapback, bro.
No, I just want to see if he looks good in it. I got him in neutral colored. You know, David, he doesn't like to be
He was like,
flashy.
"Where's the black?"
Look at that.
Hey.
Whoa, you look like a professional soccer
David.
player, dude.
Yeah, I wish we
He's
had a
got high
camera. I
fade.
wish we had a camera to show you.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll find that in the budget over the next couple of years.
in the budget.
Great gift. Great gift.
Merry Christmas, boys. Merry Christmas, boys.
Thanks,
Merry
man.
Christmas.
boys.
Yeah. Wow, it's almost hard to even continue a podcast after that, but we still have another hour to fill in. So
Yeah.
I have a
These are
one
dope.
thing I wanted to
Love
talk
the
about
marketing.
was one of your projects recently. We don't have to get too far into like the whole background because I'm sure they'll take the whole podcast. But without what you described, and we all went. Everyone except for David went to your art show. It was really
Wow,
cool.
David.
Actually, it was beautiful. The location was fire. I'm happy you chose that place, by the way.
Nice.
But I think, what was it, 4 or 5 different photographs of like different trips you've taken on. And I think, without speaking for you, I guess the theme of it was just like nature, earth, and like our impact
Ethos.
and our impact on it.
Yeah, in a sense. There was 4 photos and then a sculpture. The 4
Shout out to
photos.
McCrocs.
The 4
forgot about
photos. The exhibit was called Spaces, you know, and so I wanted to study like what's our relationship with space, and that word is kind of just very broad, like the space between us, like in a room, you know, and that's that we affect each other, we affect that space. Then we also affect the space of our family, we affect the space of our friends, and then eventually it gets larger to our community and then to our environment, right? And so I think we affect all of these spaces. And so the reason why it was called Chapter 1, there was 4 prints all shot on film. The intention for shooting it on film was because like you can, with digital, it's all just about like taking it really quick, making it look beautiful and selling it, right? But like with film, you have to really just pay attention to everything. And so when I would go on these trips, they're all nature photos. When I'd go on these trips, I had to like pay attention to every single detail before I take the photo, because it's like I'm doing a hike for 2 hours, 3 hours with this 20-pound backpack, and you only have 10 photos. And so by the time you get there, it's like if I take a photo and it sucks and I come back from
Gotta make 'em
Oregon,
count. Yeah.
yeah, and I come back from Oregon and my photo sucks, it's like I just wasted.
How heavy
the
is
whole
that thing?
trip?
20 pounds. you said.
It's the camera's like 10 pounds, but then you know
All the
everything
gear.
in your backpack, water, all that stuff. But the photos are in an order of like these. I would say these kind of chapters that we all go through. And so the first one's like consciousness, or it's called dawn. But dawn, the definition of dawn is kind of just this definition that we all reach this level of consciousness. And so at the exhibit, on that photo, there was a QR code. The QR code is kind of this like, I see it as a disruption to our natural habit. And so the habits that we've built these days is, if something looks good, if something's pretty, I want to take a photo of it, right? And I didn't want people coming to this art show and just be like, cool, I'm at an art show, like look how it looks
Selfie.
aesthetic. Yeah, let me take a photo of it.
Exciting life. Exactly what I did, though. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
bro.
no, and that's kind of just, it's not even to
At the
feel
art
guilty
show.
about. But
Cultured.
and once people felt disrupted, there was this kind of link that said like technology is a distraction. If you actually care about something, you would take action on it, right? And so it had a donation link to environmental nonprofits, and that was to win a raffle ticket or win one of the photos at the exhibit.
I don't think we won one. Did anybody win one?
No, it was,
that one.
yeah,
No, didn't win. Didn't win.
you guys didn't buy enough raffle tickets.
David,
But
do you mind open up Google and searching up his Instagram? That's what I texted you, but it was too hard to get that across, I guess. Oh. Anyway, sorry. You can keep on.
No,
Just
you're
type
good.
in
Yeah.
Trenton Sullivan on Instagram.
But yeah, so I think once you kind of go through that first consciousness and like you realize that your habits are affecting everything, you know, and are you taking action about things that you have, like, are your habits positive in a sense, right?
Mindful habits.
Yeah,
for sure,
mindful. Yeah. And so the next photo is called Frequency.
I think it's 2 L's. I think if you put one on.
No, it's
He's like, it's 3 L's.
I'll text it to you.
I texted it to him too.
dang, the algorithm just doesn't fuck with me.
It's
That's-
crazy because the people that they recommended were whoo.
Yeah, but so the next photo is Frequency, which is like, and all the photos kind of have like different symbolism in it, and that's what I wanted it to be. Is like you have to almost dive into it. The caption was a metaphor.
Did you go into
Which one was Dawn? Sorry.
the project as a whole, thinking of like you had an idea of consciousness and you wanted to go find a picture that represented that, or did you go and take pictures and like, okay, this one fits this kind of narrative, or how far in advance are you thinking of what the meanings of the pictures are that you're trying to seek out?
Yeah, no, in the beginning of the year, I knew I wanted to kind of like take on this realm, and because what I'm doing, like kind of what I introduced myself earlier, is like I direct commercials, right? But I don't want to just direct commercials. Like I want to make, yeah, those are the photos right there.
You can put down the Google.
I want to make all sorts of art, and so I knew that this year I was like, let me
Click on it.
start in one medium, which is film photography, because I knew that at least this way, It's not just going to be a huge eruption of like I'm doing all sorts of sculpture and weird shit, and people are like, yo, I want to pay you for the commercials, like what are you doing, all this other stuff. But yeah, so then the next photo, which was frequency, that photo is kind of just a symbol of like, once you understand the consciousness that everything affects everything, you understand that everything's just a frequency. Like light is literally a frequency, sound is a frequency,
Yeah.
our energies in the room is a frequency. And if you don't take care of these frequencies, like this photo, it is like this death of all these trees just dying. And then even the mountains is kind of like a wave. So it's like a frequency wave.
So you had the idea like frequency, and then you went out and kind of see
yeah.
kind of a picture, or is it like you were taking pictures and you're like, this fits?
Reverse engineer.
Yeah,
No, it was honestly, it came accidental. But I think it came accidental like with this weird kind of, like when you kind of study mythology, we all live like the same life. Like that's what religion and mythology is like these stories, they connect with us because they're the same stories. And so what I did with this photo set, like it really is to me just this chapter that we all go through. And so it kind of, it was something that I just experienced throughout the year, and I was able to put that experience in the art that I.
Is it like you start driving a Prius, you start seeing Priuses? Like you think about certain,
like a cognitive bias?
Yeah, like you think about certain concepts, and then you start to see the concepts, and you know what I mean. You kind of commit them. You kind of like commit to them mentally.
A little bit, yeah. I think that's a little bit of it. Like, yeah. I mean, they all kind of came naturally. But I almost went with each one of these with some intention. And so a lot of these trips too, I went solo. And so I went solo, and it was like no technology besides just my film camera. And it was just, when you're sitting there all day in nature, like that's part of the reason why I made this kind of exhibit too, is like when you sit there all day in nature and like you have nothing to tell you what to do, no technology to like almost bring you some sort of satisfaction, essentially. You kind of just think about like, what do you really want for yourself? What do you really want for your life? And you kind of process different things. And I think,
what's the next picture?
yeah, so the next picture is shadow self. And so the frequency is all about, okay, cool, like everything affects us. Sound, energy, people.
That's my favorite one.
That one's the last one. You have to go to the next one. It's the purple one.
God, that was such a good photo. That last one's such a good photo.
Thank you. Yeah, so the shadow self is after you realize about all these frequencies, like you can kind of blame the frequencies of the world, like, oh, it's the friends that I hang out with, or it's the place I grew up in, or whatever it might be. But essentially, in order for all of us to become, you can say, our best version of ourselves, we have to look at our shadow self. And that's something that's prominent in a lot of mythology, psychology. It's this dark part of us that we all hide. You know, we all hide that we're addicted to things. We all hide just different demons. Yeah, exactly.
You don't have
I
those.
like it.
Don't tell anyone.
Welcome to the C2B Gambling Podcast. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, and so once you kind of realize that there's all these, you can say, things about yourself that you have to improve, the last photo is called Reflect, and then you have to essentially reflect on who you are, what you want to do on this planet, and how you want to make an impact for it. And I think when you say like, oh, it's about nature, it sort of is about nature. My whole thing is that like I felt personally as my true calling was like when I don't want anything, like when you're sitting in nature by yourself and you don't want anything, you realize that clothes don't matter. You realize that brands don't matter. You realize, and that's the thing is I work commercials, right? And so working in commercials, I realize every product, and this might be bad for me, but like most products aren't that valuable. Like it's the commercial, it's the marketing, it's the branding that makes it seem cool or valuable.
How you sell something, for sure.
Exactly.
It's marketing.
And so when you kind of reflect on like what's important to me and what am I, and that's why the disruption of the technology in the beginning is like this technology of it asking me to donate made me uncomfortable, right? So let me put my phone away and like let me just sit and absorb this. And I think when you sit and absorb nature, you realize like, dang, like why am I even trying to post something and act like I'm cool? Or why do I care about all these, you can say, superficial things? And to me, when I strip myself from wants and desires, I think I'm like, dang, like I want this planet to be a better planet. I want to be able to live here forever. I want the next generation to live here. And essentially consumerism, consuming products destroys the planet.
Like you want other people to experience what you experienced right there.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then how do you feel about AI art, like computer generated
AI
art?
art?
That is.
That came out of nowhere.
He's talking about.
No, it's a good.
I
I think
it.
it's a good
I
leeway.
like
I
it.
think it's a good
Definitely tied
It's
in.
his response. I like it.
It's definitely tied in. He's talking about art and how he's out in nature and how people are trying to conserve that kind of feeling, and then the complete opposite of that is AI generated art.
Before we go there, I have one question. Does the eco what's it called? What?
And eco-friendly.
Yeah, or not eco-friendly, but like that mindset. Does that come from you working at like a lot of like consumer with a lot of consumer brands? You know what I mean? Why is that your like? How did that become your focus?
How did it become my focus? I mean, I think it's
Like, why do you care about nature?
just because I grew up in it, so that's part of it. So it's gonna be just like a, it's a comfortable feeling that I grew up in nature. I grew up camping. I grew up doing those type of things. So I like them, but I think also just I think the body of the work itself also represents like we come from nature, and I think when you are in nature and you can say ground yourself, or some people don't believe in spirituality and meditation and all those things, but you realize too, like it's important to take care of, it brings us life, and for us to not give back to it, I think it's a little selfish.
When you do a lot of stuff, you're always like,
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay, so I don't know if AI art was the most one for one. I get where you're going, but
I mean, we're talking about art and how he's out in nature taking it. I'm talking.
it's just funny. It's like 2 times he's like defending it. I don't have anything wrong, but I have.
I mean, it seems so like on brand for us.
I think the AI art.
You guys don't want to talk about
we
it.
do talk about AR.
I mean, you don't want to talk to an artist about AI art. It's like it's so weird to be like fighting it. Yeah. Okay, bring up a better topic then. If you're fucking.
No, we like the topic.
I like that we like on C2B. I feel like we approach the AI conversation a lot. You know what I mean? I like that.
I think AI is just the topic of
what
discussion.
Is AI art?
Almost.
Yeah.
Like what qualifies AI art? Is it just like a computer generated art?
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence. If it's not.
That's what
created-
AI stands for. Yeah, thanks.
This guy got his pennies in a bunch right now. Come on.
This makes her agree.
What's wrong?
I'm asking a question. I want to learn. I'm not too familiar. Is there an NFT project that's AI art or something?
Yeah, a lot.
Like all of them.
No, that I would know though.
The like ringers and stuff like that's
I don't
all
know
all
that.
generative art.
I don't know that one.
Is
Is crypto arty? Is that AI?
Yeah,
is that,
sure. That's generative
No,
art.
it's not really.
Yeah, it is. It's still programmed.
Yeah, I mean everything.
So do you
is.
put into the computer-
Everything is
but-
AR.
well, yeah,
Bored
so
apes,
most
bored apes are
yeah,
AR.
most
like,
NFTs
No, but
are-
do you
are
put into the
AI.
computer like sadness and it just like poops something out? Like how does
yeah,
it work?
that's like Dolly.
something
Like
out.
Dolly, like you could just type in a prompt, and it'll create an AI art of whatever you typed in to the best of its capabilities. It's kind of crazy, honestly. Switching heads.
Yeah.
Goes with the
Should
flow.
somebody give a gift now? Should we cut this one through with a gift? What
I
are we
thought
doing?
the AI question was a good question.
I think it's a great
can
question.
can
Yeah,
I
we're
talk-
talking about it.
So
Yeah,
you're
we're
talking about
it right now.
what do I think about it, and like if it's gonna change the
it's
the
going to
artist
affect
world.
artists. I mean, why are you going to? It's going to outsource a lot of artists.
I
I'm going to
think
be able to type in whatever kind of prompt that I want instead of having to actually go out and take a picture of something. I can type in whatever I want. Like it's going to affect the artist market massively.
Well, I think
I don't think so.
a lot of art is like you find it as you go. So like
I'm not talking about just like real life photography. I'm talking about
I get
Yeah.
where he's coming from
Drawings
for sure.
and, like-
I get what you're saying.
I think the
but I
process is
think
really
like
important.
real life artists, I guess would still have a space in the world. Like it gets to a point where like the artist is selling a theme or their name. I think, right?
for sure.
So like I wouldn't like if I just want a spaces type theme or something eco-friendly or like that's like his theme right now. At least I'm sure it's gonna change or whatever. Is this growth?
nope, die hard
Well,
on it.
Okay, whatever. So that's what it is. But like, I'll go to him for that now. Like, I don't think I'd type in. I think for like restaurant art or like fucking elevator art, maybe like that's where like the AI art comes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like cheap, like everyday use, simple, gets your point across art. Like that might work. But I don't think it would like substitute the entire our
it's like
Also
I
genre.
feel like it's like the human process of like doing the art too. Like we like seeing people that have like a story doing something. You know what I mean?
I guess
I
that's
don't.
fair too.
Like
I
the name, you don't think so?
I think
The
it's
name?
gonna change the
struggle is
industry.
part of it. I think the struggle is part of it.
Okay, so you're in the industry. How do you think it changes it?
It makes it so much more competitive. And so, for instance, like Chat GDP, right? You guys know what that
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
So it's
we
like
tried
that's
getting
what
it on the
we- that's what
podcast.
we-
so
yeah.
we could-
so it's like you can write something. So the other day I was on it. I was like, write me a script.
You were on it. We couldn't even figure.
I got it.
Yeah,
I figured it out.
Did you get
But it can write me a script, and so
Yeah.
it's
You
like,
can be super specific with it too. You
Yeah,
say,
I can be
"Write me a
very
s- write me a script about a knight slaying a dragon in modern times in a Shakespeare theme, and it'll give you like how is a writer ever going to compete with that?
yeah. And
It,
so
it does it in 30 seconds.
This goes
Well, so-
right into
yeah,
Kiran's
but quality.
thing.
So look, it'll change it because it makes it more competitive. But the thing is like, yeah, it's just weird because it makes the baseline almost
Way
like
higher.
everybody's good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so like, what makes somebody better? I think is just also just how I think it's a level of communication. You know, like does an artist know how to communicate their ideas thoroughly?
And this is
to-
also very early stages.
There's a
of all-
scary version of
Wait,
this because we're
can
right
I-
at the beginning. There's a scary version where this lasts for a little bit and then all like you can do everything with AI.
I mean, that's where it's going.
Become
Where
totally
does-
outsourced.
Can AI?
Yeah, the workforce is going to change completely. It's
Yeah, totally.
it's inevitable.
Where does the intelligence of AI come into play where it describes emotion that I think only a human can feel? So like in that script, the Shakespearean thing, like
It's
Sure, it
scraping
can-
all of the other scripts, any other story ever written that's on the internet. It's taking all of that information and
but each
Packaging.
author has a great job of describing something, right?
you can say, write me a
So I'm
Stephen
saying
King
that
style
that
story.
would still differentiate you, I think, as a new writer.
I think the AI still,
I think AI. I get what you're saying as a forever thing. I'm saying there still is room to be authentic and
the
different.
biggest advantage
and own
is the
something.
efficiency level of it. It takes like George R.R. Martin is taking fucking 20 years to write a book.
also AI would just become more human.
Yeah, we're in such an
And it
early
would
stage
just
of it. It's going to get better.
Just replace.
So you're like-
we would
Yeah.
naturally blend ourselves with AI. I think.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it has to be
impossible to compete
Yeah.
with because it's better and smarter. It's only going to get better and
Yeah.
smarter.
And then they're gonna make like a robot that you can like have sex with and make a baby with, and
Yeah.
then you're gonna be the next generation is gonna be part AI, part.
I'm gonna do the
part
commercial.
for AI.
You're gonna do the
commercial
commercial
for
for it. There you
But
go.
you know,
ChatGPT
they wouldn't need
commercial?
him to do the commercial because they'd have a robot to shoot the
Yeah,
commercial.
it's
Fuck,
already
you're
been
right.
filmed.
So you're saying
You're
like
out of a job.
like because there's always going to be people you want to support and artists you want to support. That's why I buy some of the art I buy. It's because
Yeah, I
I
think that's a good
support
point.
the artists.
That's where it's gonna
And
have to come
also
from,
like
sure.
I don't know if this is a good analogy, but it's accessible AI. So that's kind of what you're saying. Like just because there's frozen pizza doesn't mean nobody's going to go to the pizzeria down the street because they can get a. I don't know if that makes sense
An
or a good
authentic pizza.
analogy, but they want authentic pizza. Like, of course, you get frozen pizza made real quick, but that one's better.
Yeah,
you
but
can
what
tell
if-
it's
but-
Yeah, but
from a
what
place
if
you
the
support.
frozen pizza in your freezer is
Tastes-
just as good as the authentic pizza
Yeah.
down the street, and you don't have to go outside? And
That's
you could
because
just
that's what it's going to be.
ready. In your,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, except it's not even frozen anymore. It's already ready.
Yeah, it's in your mouth already.
It's
I
just,
mean-
it's just 3D printed in your face.
yeah,
Done.
exactly.
I mean, hopefully I'll be dead by then.
I don't think
because-
It's gonna
you know
be in,
what's
like, 5
crazy?
years.
I don't think you will be.
It's going to be in
Yeah.
5 years. I
You
mean,
think it'll be 5
um,
years?
I think there's a
it's
good
going to
chance.
happen
I don't
very,
think
very
so.
quickly.
I think there's a good chance people from our generation.
I think
are,
it's gonna be
good.
less than,
I
like,
think
20.
government's gonna try to shut it down before it can get.
It's
like,
too
It's already
powerful.
here.
Too
How?
powerful.
Yeah,
It's already been.
But I
here.
mean, like, I think they're gonna start coming out with laws about how just
There's-
what legal, ethical ways are
So-
you can use AI.
for artists, that's interesting.
Right
You know
now,
what I mean?
I'm seeing these YouTube videos of how ChatGPT, you can type in the prompt of the story, and then you can go to a free image generator. You get your story.
kind of similar to something you may have texted us. Not too
Yeah.
long
So you
ago.
get a story, you get it illustrated, and you
Yeah.
can upload it. And now all of a sudden, you're a published author with a book that's selling
Okay,
on Amazon,
but-
but you didn't do anything except for
Okay,
get it
I'm
illustrated.
Stephen King. You type in Stephen King style novel into whatever, it becomes like a best-selling book trading off of being like a Stephen King novel, but it's not.
It's just a
Do
horror
I
style.
have a right to sue you?
No.
But
mean-
you know that's going to be a thing. That'll inevitably
Yeah, I
be a
guess
thing,
it's fair.
especially with visual.
Because-
art, you know
Because
what
I mean, artists.
Would it be
good
plagiarism?
artists copy, great artists steal. You know.
dude, look at F1. You can't copy a race car.
What does that mean?
Like you can't
Like,
Yeah, I mean,
if-
you can don't type in Stephen King's name. Type in a horror.
I
theme
know,
or
but
whatever.
somebody's gonna do it, right?
You don't think artists?
so
you don't think
accessible.
authors right now are already trying to copy styles
just
of
saying-
other successful authors?
Yeah, but now it's really verifiable. Now there's like a ledger. It's the AI. It's the
Don't
AI
type in his
program.
name if it becomes a
No,
thing.
but it's not about me trying to write something that sounds like something else. It's about that this is now going to be probably something that people talk about.
That's how they're gonna have to regulate it with some copyright thing. But you don't have
like,
to type
dude,
in
I
Stephen
bet you
King's
one of us
story.
could get super rich by making a bunch of virtual like Picassos that look just like him and selling them as new artworks as if Picasso was still alive.
Yeah.
And then they could take
You can
hold
say-
and then but you know
No, they wouldn't though. That's the thing is like people like Picasso's stuff because he's dead.
yeah.
Like
Art is different.
I mean, it doesn't have to be though, right? Like,
Picasso's dead.
I mean,
We know
it's
he's
what I'm
dead.
saying that far fetched though. You know what I mean?
I think
bit.
I
Where a
think
version
I
of
think
that happened.
the reason why I think the government's gonna get into it because it's like, for instance, right now that somebody can write like a kid can write me an essay about
Yeah.
Yeah, do my
To Kill a
homework.
Mockingbird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And like they write it, and you're just like, here are my
And nobody learns.
here's a few text messages of how I talk. Like, can you write it with
Yeah, that's
Some
Going,
crazy.
going
lingo
on
that
that,
I use.
how is that a thing, bro? Like,
Yeah.
why do we have to do that shit? Like,
I
what
mean,
did
it's
you learn from
outsourced
that?
right now, so it's
Wait,
how-
why?
No, no,
Doing
no,
an
no.
essay on
I'm
To Kill a Mockingbird?
speaking. I'm speaking adjacent to. I'm not speaking directly about what we were. Sorry, I'm changing the topic, I guess slightly, but why was that a fucking job in school? Like,
to write a
why
book
did I
report?
have to go home and write a
Because
book
reading
report?
comprehension's really
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, what do you mean? I can say like 10 reasons why that's
Why do I
important.
have to
Super
wait?
No,
Why do I
no,
have to
reading,
read?
reading, like, okay, yeah, read is important.
Bro, back
we
to
get
this
that.
mythology thing, this is how we learn about like culture.
No, that's
and, like,
fine, but like,
I'm-
writing about really random shit, you know what I mean?
I don't think it's that random.
I don't
It's-
think To Kill a Mockingbird is that.
I think you're on
Maybe
an island
just
by yourself.
maybe
Yeah,
I
I think-
had some like weird like book report books that I had to do shit on.
It's
How-
just
Maybe
analysis.
it was just lazy.
I think
and
school's
didn't want to
important.
read the book.
Analysis is really good for you. I think just for your brain. You know
Now,
what I
how
mean?
can the school system keep up
You
with
look at
this
race car
level of?
driver.
Thank you. How can the schooling system keep up with this technology? Any essay ever is going to just be ChatGPT. Write me an essay on, boom.
It's
I
very
mean,
scary.
If
yeah,
you think
I guess.
ChatGPT,
Everybody's gonna have the same damn essay. That's how they're gonna.
It's
go.
not the same. They're different.
Not.
Wait,
Yeah,
but
that's
no,
gonna
no,
be
it's different.
No, no, no.
You're
If
underestimating
you think
power.
I did a.
if you think ChatGPT is the somehow,
Devil.
can I please just finish my point, man? If you think ChatGPT is holding the line, or if that's like what breaks the dam, or like that's not it, bro. I was in high school, middle school. I didn't get to take advantage of it too much, but everyone I knew was getting their shit written by an upperclassman, pay him $20, paying. Okay,
this
maybe,
is free and it's written in 30 seconds.
Again, it doesn't matter. Okay, you paid $10 for an upperclassman to do it for you. That already existed.
You're
but
missing the point
whole-
entirely.
I think this is also a big cultural problem. Is that like people are, instead of like doing like want to do the essay, are like,
Ki-
how do I get out of doing
Kiran,
this?
have you
I'm
been?
saying
Have you
it's-
been on the
I'm
I'm saying
website?
it's
Like,
already
right now.
happened. I've
You know what
used
I
it.
mean?
I have used it.
So
typed in my name and
it's weird
nothing
to
happened.
compare that to an upperclassman writing it for $20 when it's free. You can be as specific as you want, and it writes it in 30 seconds. And
I'd
it's
like to see an
untraceable.
example of it
Wait,
literally doing that.
what is your argument? Is your argument that it's not going to replace people?
No. I'm just saying that like the example he's given, I think it already existed. Like
Now
with plagiarism, with just paying somebody to do
Sure,
it,
so
going on
give me an
Fiverr and
example.
finding
Give me
somebody.
an example. Now it's free and it happens instantaneously.
Okay, write me a 5-page essay about what is the famous book?
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Kill a Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird, and how it relates to our current society.
All right. So
That's
you have to be
gonna- it's gonna
more
smack.
Okay, more.
That's
Okay.
good. That's a
More
good essay. Huh?
specific? That was pretty specific.
Bro, Aidan's story about him slaying the dragon that was me was
Yeah.
pretty good.
I have it write a story about my name killing a dragon named MC. So you want it to be write an essay on To Kill a Mockingbird
And how it
and
still
how
relates
it
to
relates to today's society.
We should have done this on the computer.
yeah. So they
Yeah,
can
that'd
see
be
it.
better. But he has to make an account, and it's gonna be. A
I have an
problem.
account already. Actually. I didn't put it on there.
Log
though.
in. Yeah, I mean it's going
Wow,
on
it's
right
good
there.
on you, man.
So this is the same
So-
as giving an upper
So
class.
we'll
read
look.
it. Read it.
We'll look back. We'll look.
Yeah,
No,
we'll
we'll look back
on
at
this
the end.
later.
We'll do
Yeah,
that
yeah.
later because it's gonna take some time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's cut to a present, huh?
Present.
Present.
Your
Wanna
hat
go,
looks
Aidan?
good.
Present.
man.
Present.
I'm
Present.
happy I got
Present.
your
Presents.
Can you
All
take
right,
that
who's
sticker
next?
off?
I'll go
On
next.
the inside.
Aidan's
Alright,
going
who's
next.
Mine's outside though. I have to go get it.
Okay, so while Aidan
Yeah,
gets
look at
that,
this card.
I want to ask another thing, gentlemen. How do we think, like, what is life in 25 years?
25?
Speaking directly to like this whole ethos of like taking care of the planet
Oh,
and all that.
good word, dude. The ethos,
Damn
dude,
it,
of the
though,
pod.
dude.
Ethos of the pod, dude.
But like, how does that all work?
That's
Like,
big
do you think, like, the reason I'm actually curious is like, bro, my parents just went to India. When I went to India too, like, the smog is so bad, and the smog is because what they do over there, it's crazy actually.
They light trash on fire.
They light everything on fire, and what they do is when they're harvesting crops and the harvest is over, instead of getting rid of it, and I don't know if there's a better way. I mean, there is a better way, but I don't know. I'm not a fucking harvester person. I don't do that. But they light everything on fire. So there's a massive, like, India is just like all smoke,
Really
and smog.
overpopulated.
Yeah, and there's that too.
I think there's also. I think I was looking at it the other way. I think there's a good chance maybe some people from our generation live to be like 150 years old.
Our generation?
Yeah.
I think so because of like,
And dude,
just what is it called?
everything is telescoping.
Stem
Everything-
Evolution.
Gets faster and faster and faster. Once you start combining it with things like AI, which we're already seeing,
Do you think in like 4 or 5
I think
decades?
evolution becomes within your own lifetime.
In 4 or 5 decades, are we just like everybody is like the average life is now 200?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think that's crazy far fetched. You know what I mean? To be like for a small sector of our generation, the really
Yeah.
rich, to be like 150 years old.
200 is a far fetch. Even 150 is a far fetch. Look at the
It seems far fetched, but dude,
Evolution's always been dude, technology
200
gets faster
years
and
Yeah,
ago,
faster.
but,
It's
like-
always
200
been
years
that
ago, what the average age was like, people were dying at like
45?
50.
way. Yeah.
People were
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah, but like think of like how
Oh my
how
goodness.
agile a 100-year-old person is.
I just think
They're-
think
they're
it starts
not.
to look different. Do you know what I mean? I don't think
Yeah.
that you age the same way. I think that the way you age is now different. You know
We'll
what
put
I
a
mean?
pause to that conversation as we now have
We'll put a
Aidan's
pin in
gifts
it.
to look
We're all,
over.
we're all scientists, so we can.
Well,
we'll
no,
talk
what is it?
about that.
Alright.
What is it? We'll get around to
We'll
it.
put a
again.
pin in it.
All right.
We'll get
Oh,
around to it.
we'll
Circle back.
We'll
to
circle
it.
back.
We'll
Yeah,
circle back to it. All right, can we get Aidan's camera on here?
Yeah. All right. Here we go. So I got everyone matching outfits.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
Bro, we already
Wow.
have-
Last
Why did you
episode-
ruin it? We
I'm
haven't
so
seen
happy
you
I
should've
stole your
presented
thunder.
with it.
Last episode, when I was talking about like, oh, I got you guys gifts. I said, what do you think we got? And
Oh, no.
you said, what did you say? Do you remember?
Tracksuits?
I thought you were
Really?
gonna
We
get
got
something
tracksuits?
Not only did you get tracksuits,
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
there's also a T-shirt on there as
Are
well.
these like Conor McGregor inspired tracksuits?
Oh my god.
And you also got T-shirts
Oh
of
no.
AI generated.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
I think when I said this, I was like, yo, I think literally that this guy's gonna get us a picture of himself. I literally said that.
Thank you, dog. This is great. Are we putting them all
I
together?
wish it was AI art. Is it him?
AI art of me.
That's hilarious, dude.
Wow. Really nice.
And the
Oh, it smells
tracksuits,
like vinegar.
yeah, they're fresh from China.
Let me see it. Let me smell it.
Wait, what size
Let me
you
get a
get?
whiff.
Large.
This
does smell like vinegar.
vinegar.
Yeah. Dude, Lily puts vinegar in everything.
And the
Are we
tracksuits,
changing? Are we putting it on?
Kind of craving some vinegar.
I think we kind of got to
Chips
put it
now.
on
Yeah.
for the pod, right?
yeah, throw them on. And then
You gotta
I'm
put it
not
on.
gonna smell like vinegar right now.
And then-
Yeah, I'm kind of not gonna put this on right now.
check out the tracksuits. They are blue gold with tigers on them. For
Did
all
you get
three.
this? Did you get
We
this
can
on
wear these- we can wear
ConorMcGregor.com?
these-
Yo, let me borrow one of you guys when we have our bowling league, so I can like match with Kiran.
Nice.
Oh, I got more shirts if you want. I got them.
No, I want the tracksuit
Oh,
for
the
the bowl,
tracksuit.
for the bowling
Oh,
league.
look at this.
Wow.
Bro, that's a bowling fit.
Wow.
I don't think I'd ever wear this bowling now.
What do you mean?
Okay,
Daryl
while we're
would look
should
at
I go
he'd be
put
like,
this
Yo,
on
you're
and then go get
saucy.
my gifts?
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that,
go
do
ahead,
that,
go
do
ahead.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Come back suited, yeah. Yeah, it's
Wow.
gold trim, blue tigers.
Oh man,
Madness, Aidan.
dude, this is crazy, man.
Look, now we have a full podcast. We have to wear this every podcast now?
Wow, it's incredible. Wow, this is incredible, honestly.
What's the line on Kiran wearing his tracksuit ever?
Oh, ever?
It's got to be a slight favorite to once ever. Yeah.
I guess the question wouldn't be like once out of respect, you know, but like it would be 3. Like, what's the over and how
So
many
can I
times?
show the shirt real quick? So Trenton, the AI. The reason I got into like the AI question is because you put these like 10 selfies up of yourself, and then it gives you hundreds of generations of you.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like insane. It like blew my mind, and now
Yeah.
I'm just all about AI. Like it's like the efficiency of like how quickly it generates the pictures. Like obviously it doesn't look exactly
I
like
think
you,
that
but
AI art and all that's like it's great for your version of a consumer.
for sure, yeah.
like,
It feeds
for
into
anyone-
narcissism so heavily. It's like it gives you
No,
this
not even
specific version.
that. I'm saying like you just like okay, you have a great palate for really good food, right? You have a great palate for food, but maybe you don't have a great palate for art. Like the same appreciation.
Hold on.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Bro, I go to museums. Don't be disrespectful. I'm cultured. How many museums have you gone to, bro?
0.
Yeah, I go to museums. Yeah.
But do you get what I'm saying?
Not at all. I felt disrespected and I
Oh
kind
my
of tuned out.
god, dude! Jesus Christ! You don't?
I understand the point you're trying to make. I just don't agree with it.
If you have a massive appreciation for the efficiency of art, that's your version of it, right? But somebody else
I
doesn't
mean, I
care
can
about the
appreciate.
efficiency.
I can appreciate both sides.
Like-
I just think that this is like technology, like that's just blowing my mind how new and exciting it is.
We're
and how it
all
can
on the
be
same page. I think we totally agree on that. I'm just saying that there's gonna be some like people that really, I think maybe even I don't know what the number would be if I had to make one up. Maybe it's 50-50, but
You do nothing.
Yes.
You do nothing.
Yes.
do nothing.
You
Bro.
do nothing.
Oh my
You do
goodness,
This is so good. Oh, it looks great.
dude! Logan literally looks like Mini Me.
Bro, this is crazy. Bro, this is just nuts.
Wow.
Let me take a
This
picture of
This is
you.
a lot
Oh
of hidden.
man.
This is a lot of hidden.
Oh
Unzip the shirt,
man.
Logan. Unzip the shirt, Logan.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have the shirt on.
no,
And say, let me see you. Let me see you.
Wow, this is just madness. If you guys are not watching the podcast, our gifts from Aidan are some really really
Go arms
flamboyant
down so I can see the chest.
track suits,
The shirt,
and
the
these
shirt, the
gentlemen
shirt.
are now trying them on. He also got us a shirt of his own face on it. That was AI generated.
On this gear, dude.
Okay, now we're gonna be moving on to Logan's gifts.
Oh,
Logan,
shit.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, I got you guys gifts. I mean, they're not as thoughtful. They're just gifts. So
You guys
They're not
are-
pictures
you
of
guys are
yourself?
Doing a horrible job selling your own gifts right now, by the way.
I
I thought I did a
They're
great
nice.
job.
They're good gifts.
I loved it, bro.
Damn,
Okay.
this gold stripe is
you know what makes me
Right?
feel though?
Imagine you walk into the casino. You're feeling good. You're getting ready to sit down in a little 2-5 action, and you're
You're
wearing
on-
that.
You need at least one
this
close to
one's for
broke
K-Riz.
episode.
Right here.
K
Riz, where
that's for you.
Yes, sir.
Tell me when you're passing around. Close
Ooh,
my eyes.
this is gas, bro. I
oh,
got zero
please.
green in the mix.
I like to be surprised.
Zero green in
Dude,
the
Logan did a rookie mistake.
you,
Left the
dog.
tag on here, bro.
I don't
$55.
Whoa!
That's an expensive gift, dude.
And then
$50 limit.
My eyes are closed, Logan. I like to be surprised.
Oh,
Okay.
open that one.
Is it a picture of you?
No, it is not a picture of me.
I'm not that selfish.
Scarface.
Self-indulged.
I don't know. For some reason, I thought you'd like that.
I'm a big
Hey.
Scarface guy.
No, you got brown too, bro. Don't give him
Yeah,
brown too.
why?
I don't want him
I
to
got
match
green.
color. I don't want him
And
to match
then-
my color. Ever.
I don't want to be
It's
matching.
my color.
As you guys are matching.
Then I got 3 hats. None of them
Okay.
are for Aidan. So I'll give you first pick at the color. Which color do you want, Kiran?
Yo, this Scarface.
Me?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's let David go
David
first.
pick first. They're all Nike hats.
I knew he was gonna pick the black one. That's why I let him
You
go
got
first.
David.
This is
I'm gonna go with this tan one.
Sauce.
Damn it.
Tan.
Dude, you want to trade?
No,
Fair trade, dude. Fair trade. I got you a 10.
Then I got
I got you a
David
10.
some stuff too. I got David some shirts. Some Nike
Swag.
shirts for David.
swag.
Here you go.
This is awesome, guys. What do I do with this?
We're gonna trade.
No, I'm
Hey,
keeping
Kiran,
this.
I got you a 10 hat. You can't have 2 10 hats. Dude.
That's very
No,
true,
that's
low
cool.
key.
Kiran, what's the price to get you to wear the tracksuit and the shirt on the next C2B episode?
Man,
Into
there's no
the-
price. If I'm
Into the
forced to
casino
wear it.
and play a session in it.
Look how swaggy, dude. Look at all this swag, bro.
Guys.
Swagged up.
Okay, guys. So it's only right that I give my gift now, right?
I guess we're
Yeah.
going through the gifts.
Yeah, I guess
All
we're
right,
going
all
through
right.
the gifts.
So
I tried to get David's shoes, but no one had a size.
Thanks, dog.
What's David's size?
Aiden, I wish you didn't get us gift.
We look cool.
this is for Aidan. If
Where
don't
did you
mind
get
passing
these?
this to him.
They feel sticky.
Yeah, how did you even do this? What is going on?
What do you
Okay.
mean?
This is 3 first names,
Oh, thank you, sir.
3 first names.
and this is T Zaddy.
Tease
Are we
that,
going
you
to
what?
time or one at a time?
I was
I think we should go one at a time.
I'm going first.
You know what?
Thank
No,
you.
No, no,
okay, yeah,
all
yeah.
at the same time. All at the
Okay,
same
all
time.
right.
It's the exact same gift.
Oh,
Dig deep in there, dude.
bro. Oh,
Wow.
we got a Kiran. Dude, we got a Kiran.
No, read it, dude. Read it.
Oh, what you mean? I didn't get any
Bro,
card.
what the fuck?
Good gift, dude.
Bro,
So,
$200 in ETH? Bro, what does that say when you what?
When
I
you
got
set up the
Ethereum?
ledger, I give you guys ledgers.
Whoa!
Are you kidding
Wow.
me?
Cold
I'm a
storage,
crypto
dude.
holder.
Bro, we're look at this.
So you can now
Is there
safely.
Ethereum on this?
Secure.
No, I can't because I have to open it and set up the thing.
Yeah,
I
you
shouldn't
don't
be
want to
doing that.
open the ledger.
Wow, thank you,
Yeah.
dude.
So I gave you guys sealed ledgers, and you guys can check when you set up on your laptops. It'll literally say secured. It'll say
They're
authentic.
sealed.
I'm very
I'm
excited.
a
Okay,
okay,
Trenton.
crypto holder.
Trenton. So you didn't have a card in it. You know why? In your name, I planted 100 trees.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow!
Let's go!
Yeah.
Smart. That was a genius gift.
Let's
man.
That's
go.
fire. That's fire.
So
Where are the trees at?
Bro,
How'd you
thank
do that?
Where are the trees at? I gotta hug them.
I think no, I don't think we can. I didn't physically. You know, like you donate and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
like it said 100 trees.
Is it the Mr. Beast one?
I think this is the company that worked with Mr. I don't know for sure.
It's
But
what's
I
the
think,
company?
I think it's in South
Team
America
Trees, yeah.
mostly.
Yeah, it's Team
Where in
Trees.
South America?
No, it's not Team Trees. I didn't buy Team Trees. I don't know exactly where they're at, but I'm sure in the email that they have sent to you or going to send to you or text, it's more described.
That's
But
fire.
so I got everybody. So now to go with this wonderful tracksuit, strawberry pink Crocs.
Dude, dope as fuck, dude.
Kiran got me the same gift, but I received it like on Christmas.
Yeah.
So,
I got my Christmas gifts on time.
yeah.
So the ledger doesn't have any money on it, but whenever you guys set up the ledger, I will give you $200 in ETH.
Let's go.
So you
In
just have to send me
ETH.
your ETH address.
Bet.
You know what's funny? I have a ledger and I just don't know how to use it.
It's so
now you have
unbelievably
two.
easy.
Now I have to learn
It's
how
better
to
to
use it.
it's better to have multiple.
Kieran,
Yeah,
what I really want for Christmas is for you to wear the tracksuit and that shirt on an episode of Close to Broke.
I'll do my best.
Dude, look at this. Huh?
You just opened it up.
Yeah, man.
Oh wow, he just went in there raw.
He's
huh?
like, I gotta make sure it's in there.
A ledger's like a wallet for crypto.
It's
Yeah,
cold
it's like the
storage.
most
Yes.
secure way to
It is,
store
yeah.
your crypto.
Are you into crypto at all, or do you fuck with crypto or any of that?
I have crypto, but it's looking bad right now.
It's that time
Yeah.
to split.
It's green rose ahead,
By
bro.
the dip.
By the dip. Not financial advice. Do your own research.
I'm saying you look awesome, by the way.
Man.
We smell like vinegar.
Merry Christmas, boys.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas, boys.
The shirts are straight out of like a
Thanks for the
factory in
trees.
Singapore,
Yeah, dude,
but
100 trees.
bro,
Not just trees,
you look
100 trees.
awesome.
Bro, I'm only taking it off because I smell like vinegar. I like being.
It does
I
smell
I
like vinegar,
this.
huh?
Wait, you're taking it off?
Yeah, bro, I smell like
It
vinegar,
smells.
man.
Little fish and chip. You just get out of a chipper in London, talk with an accent for a bit.
Chipper.
Chipper.
Hey, chipper. Yeah.
Chipper in London.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Today's New Year's Day. We had a very
I'm keeping it
successful, busy
Yeah. Are you-
shift at work yesterday. But if you
guys
guys are not
doing,
familiar with California, specifically the San Gabriel Valley, and even more specific, Pasadena, the Rose Parade's going on. I think that's kind of known, at least semi-nationally, because they play it and shit like on TV. But anyways, yeah, it's kind of a disaster. Everything south of Colorado, which is the major street, pretty much is completely chopped in half. You're not like on an island. It's like almost impossible to get across, like to go north.
Let's
to
talk
south.
more about traffic in our local city.
It's very interesting, I think. But
What,
anyways,
what kind of New Year's resolutions are you guys doing? Any? Do you believe in that kind of thing? Or
Yeah.
yeah, what are you hitting this?
What
What's,
about you,
what's the
T?
goal this year?
I got hella goals right now.
Yeah,
I
of
love
course.
those.
that's
Name
what we like to
three,
hear.
top three.
Specific to this year, or like is it compounding from like previous years, or
It's compounding, but also specific. Like definitely, I'm gonna do a triathlon
nice?
in
Wow.
a year. Yeah, so I'm training
In
for a
a year?
triathlon. Yeah,
So you're gonna train this year for next year.
correct.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
That's a
I'm
2024 goal.
write a screenplay. Want to get my first script done.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Love that.
And I think I want to get a commercial award. Like they have awards for commercials.
Wow.
I like
Yeah.
that. Talking about New Year's resolutions, I'm saying. Yeah,
Oh,
like
nice.
one of them's like a creative goal, a physical goal, and then like just something to
Vocational.
Professional field, right?
Professional.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's awesome.
I like
What
that.
about you, Logan
Me?
Baker?
I kind of started mine earlier, but I don't know if this is gonna last the whole year. But I'm not smoking weed or drinking alcohol anymore, and I'm just trying to really focus on my health.
Nice.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, like
You
you
just
know,
fucking do the triathlon.
I don't know. I'm not that focused on my health.
Do
I'm
the
like,
do the triathlon in this jumpsuit.
I mean, you know,
Is that like an Ironman or is that a different thing?
Ironman is a
different.
type of triathlon, but
Yeah.
it's
Do you
the
like go in
hardest
the water
one.
and shit?
In triathlon, yeah, you'll be in the water.
Like,
Oh, okay.
I mean, I have financial goals too, but you know,
Make a milli.
Do you have any specific New Year's resolutions
I do, yeah.
that you just set for like this year, like to?
Yeah, I'm doing mine tomorrow. But I've been thinking about some stuff. I think it's about time that I try and start a little business, at least something.
Nice.
So I really want to get a craft cocktail event, like little event business going.
Love that.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's just the usual stuff. You got to just start. You got to like website, sell it, do the whole thing. You want to start doing that?
MCA podcast, craft cocktail podcast, where you just have a guest, make a little
Yeah, that's
cocktail.
fun. Something like that. You know what I mean? You can make it really, really fun. I want to go to all the event spaces around and kind of contract myself, I think that's a good way to start.
Mm-hmm. Any physical...
Well, I'm getting my real estate license soon. I want to finish up my business goals. That's a big one, you know what I mean? Because I've been working the
You're
same
in good
job.
shape already, so it's like...
I've been working the same job for like 7 years. I think it's time, you know what I mean? Yeah, fitness goals, I mean, just...
Stay jacked and sexy?
Yeah, just keep cutting weight, you know what I mean?
You have any specific weight you want to get to?
No, yeah, I want to get to 185, but I want to... Okay. I got a really bad eating vice. I eat a shit ton of candy. And I kind of
What kind of candy? What's your
you eat candy?
Gummy clusters.
Dude, anything
Gummy
sour.
clusters?
Anything
Nerds
sour.
gummy clusters?
I eat a lot of sour candy.
You're like a weirdo, dude. The kids who eat nerd gummy clusters in school.
What are you talking
He said,
about?
you're a
You just eat
weirdo.
candy?
Fantastic. I love candy.
Bro, are you discriminating against
I love
candy?
candy.
You just
No, the
Eat a
nerd
lot of
cluster
candy.
kids in school. Like,
That's
They're
kind of...
elite, bro.
You're
What are you
thinking-
talking
You're thinking of
about?
the
Like-
wrong candy. These are very new.
Yeah, nerds gummy clusters.
I'm
These are
just
great.
picturing like a kid with
Really
a bunch
good.
of cavities who like just.
You're
mean
looking at him,
everyone.
yeah.
Picture, dude. I mean, this guy loves. I know he loves nerd
Bro,
clusters.
gummy
dude.
clusters are fire.
They're amazing.
You
dude.
got any
Are
on
we,
deck? You got any? Let me try some.
No,
I
in
don't
my
have it
car
on-
I got.
don't
gummy
have it
worms,
on
so
me.
I have sour gummy worms in my.
Actually, I have
in my
gummy
car.
bears. In
You
my
just
car.
eat a ton of candy. I didn't know this about you.
Yeah.
You're just a candy guy.
And now
Yeah,
around the
he eats a lot
holidays,
of
I
candy.
start getting a lot of candy, like his gifts and shit. I started eating a shit ton of candy.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I want to stop doing that. Obviously, I eat a lot of sweets. I
Any-
like sweet tooth.
Any sleep schedule adjustments that you're trying to
Yeah,
shoot for?
yeah, definitely.
I know I roast you for your sleep schedule so much, but it's like it's so crazy to me.
But like to put it in
Of course,
perspective,
it's the
I
job you're
got
in.
home at
100%.
4 a.m. last night.
I
You know what I
understand,
mean?
yeah,
like
for
from
sure.
work.
That was New Year's.
Of course, but I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
most nights I'm getting home at like 11:30. You know what I mean? And then I gotta eat. Like I haven't eaten dinner yet. I wake up. Yeah,
Gotta
I wake
eat.
up
eat
You
at a
gotta play some
restaurant.
Fortnite.
Gotta
Gotta
play
get
some
some.
Fortnite.
Gotta get some
I
dubs in.
I
Gotta
gotta play
play
some
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Yeah,
Gotta
gotta,
play some Fortnite.
Dude, before I got here, I was playing FIFA. I lost 5-4. Punched a folding chair. Chair folded.
You punched your significant other? Bro, what the hell is wrong with you, man?
Dude,
Come on.
R.I.P. Lily, dude.
Okay, Riz, any New Year's resolutions?
Pretty much just the weight thing for now.
What's the plan of attack?
Just doing what I
Are
do.
we hitting the gym?
Yeah.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Is there a specific plan of attack, or is it just?
I'm just gonna like let it come as it may. The most
Now,
important thing to me is
narrow it down.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to be like, oh, let's just work out, but having like a more specific, like, let's
probably go like
sign up at the gym with MCA and you go occasionally. Like, is there?
probably like once a week. Probably not that far though. That's like so far. But I want to go to a nice gym. I
You
can't
can
do the
start, like-
24-hour fitness thing. Dude.
Is there
Yeah,
a
fuck that.
like? Are
It's not
you
worth it.
nervous about going
Stinkiness.
into a gym? Like, do you have like knowledge of like workouts and like how to
I don't
go
have
about
any
it?
knowledge, no.
Would
But
you-
I would just want to do like cardio stuff, but I do want to do weights.
Weights is so
I think
much
it's
better.
important,
Yeah,
yeah.
weights help
Yeah,
you burn
but
way more
weights-
calories. And would you ever get like a trainer? Like, it seems like it's
Yeah,
a good,
maybe.
getting a trainer when you're going to the gym is such a good move. Like, even for me, like when I got a trainer 6 months ago and I started doing legs super hard, it just takes you to that next level because it's like there's a motivational aspect of it, and then there's also like,
And they keep you
Damn, you gotta
accountable.
fire
The
that trainer,
accountability.
dude. That's crazy.
come on, dog. My squat like doubled. It was
He
crazy.
said you gotta fire that dude, bro.
Yeah. Like
No, but like,
there was days when I wake up and be like, fuck, I have to go train legs with fucking
Yeah.
Jason today, and it's like, am I feeling a little sick? I don't know. Fuck, maybe I can knock up. But it's like just that accountability. It's like
Yeah.
having
And then
someone
when you
there.
finish, you're like, I'm so happy I went.
I'm
Like
so happy I
especially
went.
especially on those days that you didn't
Yeah.
want to,
100%.
and you just have to go, and then you go. You're just
yeah.
like, geez,
And
like
it's like you make enough money to be able to be like, yeah, let me get a trainer and just get into that routine. It helps being that someone's more like, for me, it's hard for me to be accountable to myself. But when I have someone else relying on me, or like in that sense where you're committed to going, it's easier to stay on track.
If I don't go to the gym, I feel like dog shit. That's my motivation.
Yeah.
If I don't go to the gym,
Yeah, for sure,
I
yeah.
don't have a good day.
If I miss a couple days, I feel like shit. Like even when we're on vacation, I'm like,
Yeah,
fuck, I
it's
gotta
the
work out. Or I'm
worst.
gonna
That's
feel
when
like
I
shit.
especially want to work out when I'm on vacation. Or else I'm like, dude, I'm gonna lose my.
When we're in
yeah,
Ireland,
when
we're
we
like, gotta
travel,
find
we
the-
spend so much money going to the gym. We
It's
spend like
important, man.
hundreds of dollars just going to gyms.
Even in Palm Springs for Lily's birthday,
Yeah,
I went and rented a gym thing because I'm like, I
Exactly.
gotta go, like, or else I don't feel good. I feel horrible. Today I didn't go to the gym. Don't feel good.
But
I'm
think
supposed to take 2 days off, but I still feel terrible. I wish I went and ran or something.
Have you looked for local gym, Kiran, or like you said you want to go to a nice one, like an Equinox or some
South
shit?
Pass Fitness.
Equinox.
I don't think you should go by yourself.
I want to go somewhere nice. My big thing, my problem with like local gyms, they just smell like piss. And then like that's one of the problems.
I mean, don't go to a commercial
Yeah,
gym.
that's because you got the
You don't go to-
24-hour fitness out to the
yeah.
like that shit.
Yeah, don't
Nah,
go to a
bro,
commercial
every
smells
24 hour
like piss.
fitness ever smells
Yeah,
bad.
they
Don't
all-
go to
they
a
all smell
commercial
bad.
gym. But
Every not nice gym sucks.
Do you think that
And then every busy gym sucks.
Do you think that you would go to the gym if you didn't have anybody else, like any of us, going to the same gym as you?
Yeah. I did it a billion times before.
I mean,
Well,
I did a billion times before. When did you do that?
I lost 100 pounds before, bro.
Was it through diet or through exercise? I know you were
Both,
going
yeah.
super heavy on the diet.
Yeah, I would run 60 minutes every day and do weights every day. But then I tore my hamstring and then I didn't go. So that was like my first 3 months regiment and it was crazy. And then I fucking blew out my hamstring and I was like, well, this is how I get fat again. Every time I remember this, I had this like inner monologue where I was like, bro, every time I try to lose weight, some bullshit like this happens. I was playing an adult soccer league and I blew my hamstring out. It's like, oh my God, bro.
Is that
Like,
when
now
we
I
were
can't go
playing?
to the gym. No, this is a long time ago.
Do
I
you
was like-
prefer cardio or weightlifting? Because I feel
I
like
hate cardio.
I hate cardio as
But
well.
I like cardio when I don't think about it. Like if I'm swimming,
like playing sports.
playing sports, where like you're active the entire way through. Like playing basketball is crazy cardio.
For sure, yeah.
But like how can you think about cardio? Because all you're thinking about is I gotta shoot, I gotta pass.
Does it get exhausting? Because I feel like I'm not hounding on you, but I'm always talking about like, oh, let's start working out. Like, let's get
Yeah,
after it. Like,
super annoying. Yeah.
yeah, but it's like, it comes from like a place of love. Like, I want you
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
in good shape and be happy and
Yeah,
healthy,
yeah.
because I know how bad I feel and like I know how bad everyone feels if they don't work out.
Yeah.
And
I think-
you've mentioned like mental health
I
stuff
don't
before,
get-
and like I know you can get in a good place if you are lifting weights and becoming a sexy Indian man.
From what I remember going to the gym,
Sexier.
it's crazy because you guys always talk about like, oh,
Everyone.
I feel awful. Like I never felt that. Even when I was like super into the gym, I never felt like, oh, I went to the gym today. Thank God. For me, what I can reflect on is like when I eat bad, I know for a fact like there's that endorphin that's released in your body, like your brain or whatever, like the snap, like oh the high, and then dude, like 5 minutes later it's gone, and it's like 24 hours of shit. And it's like specifically like a Taco Bell or like really shitty fast food. I know for a fact this it's almost so bad where like the point I put it in my body, it's instant regret. And I feel like shit for the like, you know what I mean?
And you can kind of counterbalance it to some extent. Obviously, Taco Bell's shitty no matter what, but working out and earning whatever kind of indulgent meal you want to have
I think everyone has vices like that make them feel really bad when they,
For sure.
when they do it.
yeah,
But
LaMelo
I'm
triple
saying
double. It's
specifically
ridiculous.
to
I don't feel bad
the
even
like
now.
working out where you guys all seem to be like, oh, I worked out, felt so good. I don't ever remember that. And I know we make the joke like, oh yeah, do the gym, blah blah blah. Like yeah, I played sports my entire life. I was in the gym.
I think it's just different when
every
you're an
day.
adult. Like
Yeah,
maybe.
there was definitely a point in my life. Because I was like really active.
But I had that as well when I lost the weight. You know,
How old
like,
were
I
you?
don't remember. I was 21.
it's like you feel good anyway
I
when you're
started
21.
working out. No, I started working out when I was about 21. I started gaining weight.
But
I was like,
I don't
"What the fuck's going
remember.
on?"
I don't remember. Maybe it's just been so.
It
I
was
don't know.
recently for me.
But I don't remember like getting that like I got to the gym. You know what it felt when I got to the gym? I felt like relief. Like all right, fuck, man. Like that's done.
Yeah.
Mm.
It wasn't like wow, we just got this pump today. I'm so happy I came here.
Well,
I don't remember.
I don't
that.
feel like
That's because you're
either
not.
of those.
That's because you're not posting the gym pic after.
Well, no. Also, I think that's how you feel for the first month or two, because once you start going and making it a habit,
That's fair.
you feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Like I remember what I'm grateful for. This is like when me and Christian became even more closer of friends. Like I started going to the gym, and he would encourage me a lot to go to the gym. I would go to the gym with him, and he would teach me how to do everything, And I was almost like, I almost wouldn't go to the gym without him the first couple weeks because I just like didn't know what to do,
That's
And
a scare I have for sure. It's like I don't know what I'm doing.
Of
It's
course.
good. It's good to have friends. In
So
the
that's
gym.
why, like,
I'll go to the gym and I won't not go to the gym because I don't know what I'm doing, but I will hesitate to use certain devices.
Well, I was making enough money to have a trainer go for the first 6 months and have you get more comfortable. In
The
just
beginning's
process
always
of
the
working
hardest
out.
part.
Yeah.
Of course,
I remember when
yeah.
I was 21, I first went to a gym, and I didn't work. I played soccer before that, but I didn't like really work. I didn't really like hit
And-
the gym.
Yeah, and also like I didn't feel like what you're saying. I did not feel good after the gym when I went to with Christian for the first like month or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But once I started going consistently for months, like now every time after the gym, I'm like, fuck yeah, like I can't wait to crush a Chipotle bowl.
Yeah.
And like
It's just
It's-
building,
you can feel
once
it.
you build
You
the
can
muscle,
feel it healing, you
then,
know what I'm saying?
once
It's
you
like
build the
you feel yourself
muscle,
healing.
it's
Like-
the
like-
muscle
Mine's
building.
mental. Mine's way
The
less
obese
physical,
people, like-
way more mental.
And especially with like my stress and like anxiety,
Yeah,
whatever,
that's-
it helps so much. Like just to pump some fucking iron, like it
Oh,
helps
some
a lot, bro.
iron, dude. That was so good.
I'm just being real, bro. I'm
No, I get.
In the
I just thought it was
tracksuit,
good.
in the
I just
tiger
thought it was
tracksuit.
good with the
Yeah.
tiger tracksuit and
But
everything.
it's like the opposite of a vice. It like I like going to the gym because I feel like I have less of an opportunity to fuck my day up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
It's a net positive
it's
regardless.
a net positive regardless. Exactly. So if I fuck up later, then I'm like, okay, I
did a
my
good thing.
baseline. You
Yeah,
know what
I did a
mean?
good thing, and it's a
Totally.
net positive in every sense of the word.
When I drank, it was like that too. Like if I didn't go to the gym and I drank, I was like, I
feel
was
10 times shittier.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so bad.
So you were planning on hitting that's the New Year's. Do you have any other New Year's resolutions besides any business stuff?
Wait, what were the three that we said? It's business, health, creative.
That's what.
Well,
he had three.
I like that one.
I like that.
I like to break it down in like 5 different categories. Like there's like vocational, which is business, and then there's health, and there's spiritual, and then there's creative, which I think sometimes can align with all of those. And then there's family too. Like I think you should have
That's a
family
good one.
goals and
Yeah, I don't think
family
about that at all.
/ friends, because those are you should have goals of like how do you guys want to celebrate the wins amongst each other, or how do you guys want to grow as friends, experience
number
new
one.
things.
Don't have a kid. That's
What?
the number one family goal. For me, I'm saying personal. Like,
I
let's
mean,
just
right
not
at
have a
the
kid
moment,
this year.
yeah, I
You know what
completely
I'm
agree
saying?
with you. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
but that's good. I think
that-
about
I think
friendships a lot.
I think that's a good way to look at it. I'm gonna try to do that tonight. Try to like hit several things.
Yeah.
Like I said, for
So,
me,
like-
the most thing is like whether I live till I'm 30, if I live till I'm 130, I just want to make sure that my quality of life throughout those years is better than not better.
Yeah.
Like I saw my grandparents have really great 95% of their lives. Obviously at the tail end was a little rougher, but like they're clean eating, they're consistently moving. Like specifically my grandfather, even like Logan knew him for a good time, but like he was moving and super charismatic, and like he would like when you come into a room, you know he was in the room.
was
Like
still
there's so much
living.
energy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was like well into his 80s, 90s, right? And we've been talking about, like we did earlier a little bit, like life expectancy for our generation is probably gonna be a little longer. So I just don't want like things that I could have controlled in my 20s to be my hardships 40 plus.
The sooner you set a habit, the better off. You know?
Yeah.
That was my thing when I was like, in my teens. I was like, start working out now because it's only going to get harder. You
Is
don't wanna,
turkey stone good for you?
And
There's
you
no
only
way it
get-
is, right?
you
Like
only
long
get-
term.
there's
One
no
body.
side effects proven. So
You only get
No,
one body.
Turkey
Proven.
butt.
That's like the guy. That's
No,
like the
what
guys
is
that
it?
like smoke vapes. Like, nah, dude,
Allegedly.
this is great, dude.
Or it's like
Allegedly.
buy Bitcoin, not financial advice.
Yeah,
You know, like,
exactly.
nothing. But like what you said, it only gets harder, and you only get one body.
and you only get older.
yeah,
That's the other
Yeah,
problem.
it gets harder and
Every New
Yeah.
Year's that you push
You
it
get
off,
older and you have more responsibilities.
Yeah,
Like as you get older, you're gonna get
exactly.
more responsibility. Like you're gonna have a kid soon, not soon, but you're gonna have a kid. Your business is gonna grow. Like you're gonna have less and less time
Time.
to take care of yourself.
easier
which
to
is
make
why
excuses.
It's
Yeah.
easier to take care of yourself now while you have a young, energetic body with less responsibility. Because then now you're physically in better shape for when you do have all this responsibility and things you got to get done.
dude, I
It's
feel like I have so much responsibility.
I don't know how you don't go to the gym, bro. That would fuck my shit up so bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just never got that same. Like I said, I never felt that high.
But also like
No, it's not about the high. It's about the balance.
no, in the beginning it's about discipline. Like
There you go.
Exactly.
there's a shit tons of times I don't want to do shit, but it's like you just gotta wake up and do it every day. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like
bad
I do
at
like
that.
everything
I'm
else
so bad at that.
except the gym.
I know, yeah, and it's like
You really do.
you have
You
every
really
other
do.
aspect of your life locked in, and there's a zero net negative to doing this. So just add it to your
We
life.
all have some of that.
If you have
David, when you write the this portion of the podcast, make sure you just write Kiran's intervention.
I didn't want it to feel like that, but it's like
No, I get it.
talking about New Year's resolutions and using it as like an inspiring thing, where it's like you already had it in your mind, and I was like, yeah, let's talk about getting fucking.
Bro, and you would be a fucking unit too, bro. You would be jacked.
I
bro.
don't want to be big, dude. I hate being
I
large.
mean,
You don't have to be big.
I like being. My ideal weight for me is like 175. I don't like being big.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well,
fun.
I'm
I
not
think my
talking
body
about
looks
big.
good.
I'm talking about you're gonna look.
If I can
Unit.
get his pecs, dude. If I can get this guy's pecs, I'm fucking golden.
I mean,
It doesn't
you
take
can.
as long as people think. Like if
Yeah.
you got a trainer and you're working out 3-4 days a week,
A
six-
year is
6
long, but
in-
like
no.
it's not long because, dude, a year is equivalent to like what?
Let's start tomorrow, Kiran.
1% of your life.
Kieran, I'll go with you to the gym
No, I
tomorrow.
already started.
Where do you want
we
to
ate
go?
clean today.
Where are we going tomorrow?
But eating clean is good, but the workout
Tomorrow's
is what
Monday.
You have
takes
to
the next
replace.
level.
You have to
You can't go
replace
anywhere. Everything's
fat with
closed tomorrow.
muscle.
Tomorrow's Monday.
Everything's closed.
Gyms
I
are
got a
open.
gym that's
He
open.
said everything's closed. This is the
The
most
South-
important
the
time of the
South
year
is-
for gyms. They're not closed.
No,
right now.
Fitness is not closed
It's
tomorrow.
like
Yeah,
this is New
Is it
Year's
not?
resolutions. It's
The
like
banks are closed.
open
Vaughn's
today.
is closed.
Gyms are open.
I know.
I promise you.
They're using it as
we
tomorrow.
can work out at the park.
yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
Park. Just start doing like the Conor McGregor thing,
It's
like
just-
pliability.
I've been doing
and shit.
calisthenics. Like literally the past month, I've been doing calisthenics. I'm shredded right now, dude.
Hell yeah.
You want me to
Shredder
take?
right now,
You want to take my shirt off? for the
please,
podcast?
yes.
I'll probably
Yeah, I
pass.
do.
I'll do it after. I'll do.
Little
I'll show
flex
you guys.
off,
I'll
please.
show you guys
Yeah.
after. Yeah.
Okay,
Flex off for
nice.
the squad.
Do we get what is it? Do we get demonetized if we?
No, they give us
I don't
more
think
money.
They
They give us more money.
They're like, can we bring Trenton back next week?
Yeah,
Sure.
But outside of that,
yeah.
goals,
Outside of fitness goals,
goals
anything.
for C2B, just staying consistent.
It's a big thing.
I
yeah.
had
Sub
a-
goals. Sub
Actually,
goals?
this ties in well. I had a little bit of a kind of like. I hit the end of my.
Downswing.
No, fuck. What's the word I'm looking
Come
for?
up.
No, like. Okay, so C2B in a nutshell. Like I went ham this last year, right? Like I was uploading 3 times a week for like 3 or 4 months. And then we got into
You
WSOP. I went down to 2 times a week. And I've been really consistent about doing 2 times a week. So pretty much since March, C2B has been like, I turned it into like a business. Like whether it makes money or not, it's not the point. But I'm saying I treated it like that. Like this is now a business in my life. I have to be professional about it, blah, blah, blah. I got an editor, a full-time editor. Shout out to Mike. Mike's a fucking saint. He's also going to take care of all of our shorts. But
Thanks, Mike.
Big Michael.
Shout out,
I'm
Mike.
very, very thankful for Mike. But I don't know. The end of the year happened, and I had like a little bit of a monologue for my last episode at the end of it, and I just was kind of like, guys, I honestly don't know if I'm gonna be here much longer in the poker world, and I joke about it a lot with friends, other content creators that are in the space where I'm like, I don't know how much longer I have in this space. Poker is a zero-sum game. Poker is a dog-eat-dog game. I just don't know how. I don't have that I actually talked to him about it the other day. We had a really good conversation. It's like, I don't have that dog-eat-dog in me when it comes to poker. Like, I don't look for every single edge. I don't have that in me. I don't have the. I don't look at
The killer.
a whale or a fish in the game and look to hop seats and to get on his left and make sure I 3-bet him every single time and to penalize him. I just don't
Bad for
have
the
that
game.
in me.
You're good for the game, you know.
No, that's not even the point I'm getting. It's weird.
Saint
I
Kiran.
feel no, it's not even like that. It's like I just don't have that version of dog in me. I have the dog in me like where
Grinder.
if we go to a pickup basketball game, I'm fucking leaving the winner of that. That's what I have dog in. Like if we're gonna go to the park and we throw the football, I'm gonna be the best fucking quarterback out there. You know what I mean? Or I'm gonna have
Bowling.
the best hands. If we're bowling, you see me. You see how aggressive and like how much I want to win.
Because you
Like it
beating
ruins my
See,
day.
you
so you're
beating
saying-
somebody else doesn't hurt the other person, but in poker, the only way you win is by somebody else.
I
losing.
literally somebody
Fucking
has
up
to
someone's
lose their
family.
wealth.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Someone's
it's just
dad
like a
goes home
weird
broke,
thing where
not
anyways,
able to buy Christmas gifts.
this was all super long-winded. I'm sorry for that, but
No, it's good.
it's at the end of my little poker thing. I had this monologue where I just pretty much described that. I was like, I don't know how much longer I have in this. I'm at the point where I'm playing stakes where like it hurts. You know, I have to be like a dog. I have to be selfish at
And
these
it's just
stakes.
gonna get worse if you keep
Where like
going up.
if I'm not selfish, like we're like
Why
dude,
not play more casually and not for fun?
They don't get
He hates
views
poker too.
because I don't like poker either. Yeah, It's the other
So
problem.
you're in a tough spot.
So-
What the fuck do you want me to say?
What
You don't
No, I
like you
know.
don't like the content you're trying to make. It's tough to like pursue it further. You know, so like,
that's okay.
That is
either
I think,
find
the
a way to
crux
make
of this.
poker fun, or it's a tough thing. To
I
pursue.
did. I found a way to make poker fun.
I don't think he needs like
With the private game.
solving the problem. I think it's just
Oh, okay. So
expressing
you
the
know what the
problem.
you know how the
Yeah,
games-
yeah.
okay.
I know
mean-
the problem. That's why I talked about it openly for like the first time ever. And to wrap this up, I'm gonna text it to all of us quickly. It's a picture. We can read it quietly here, or not quietly. That'd be pretty stupid. We're in a podcast, but I'm gonna shout him out. I'll read it while everybody can see it. Okay. So this is a message I received on my Instagram from somebody named Michael. Shout out to Michael. I won't use your full name, but I'm gonna read this briefly here. He says, "Yo, Kiran, the man, the myth. I've watched C2B since day one. I'm a very quiet follower." So I guess he's just saying like he doesn't comment much, I suppose, as I'm to other poker vloggers. But hearing you say, if I choose to keep doing this, take a break, bro, no. You're one of the vloggers who haven't went full robotic and disappeared from vlogging content, and you've had since you started. Not to mention any names, they're all great. I love the play style you play with. Yeah, I mean, I just don't want to keep going on and just like talking about.
Wait, can I
things I do?
If you finish it, can I finish this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Not to mention the names, they're all great. The risks you take, I love the play style you play with, the risks you take, etc., because it's a lot more relatable. And although you do add mathematics into it, you go based off live reads and the personality of the opponents. All I'm trying to say is, bro, don't stop vlogging. You'll get the 25K subscribers and more with the grind you continue to put into your videos. Have a good one. Take care. Stay happy. Stay healthy. And most importantly, run good. What a fucking nice message from
This is
somebody.
unbelievable.
Wow.
So
Can I ask you something,
shout out to
Kiran?
him.
What drives you? Like what? No, I'm not talking about like the poker vlogs. Like just
Do you
in
know-
general. Like what do you want?
Oh, like I
in,
thought we were saying
in life.
okay,
Like
so
what drives
part
you in
one.
life?
What drives me to my poker vlog? The very beginning and the very end of my videos. That's what drives me. Like that little collage, the little clips I put
Creations.
together to
You
the
like
music, like the B-roll. That gets me
B-roll,
excited. Yeah. And then now with the private games that I host at the bike, shout out to them. The ability to create an environment where I can be free. Like I'm literally dancing. We're playing our own music. Like it's just a fun environment. It feels like a party that happens to have poker, but it doesn't need to have like strippers and hookers like home games do. It's like a bunch of bros, a bunch of pals sitting down, powwow, and we just
I
happen
mean,
to
it's
be
why we
playing
all
poker.
like poker at the beginning.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
But you like making content. You're good at making content.
I do like making content.
You just
yeah.
don't like poker.
I don't like 90% of poker. I don't like public poker. I don't like playing poker at the casino. It's super grindery.
What did you think about when you were live streaming? That seemed fun.
I loved it. It was so much
Yeah, it was
fun.
great. Why not just find aspects of poker that you enjoy and pursue that more heavily?
Or
Yeah,
just
maybe.
expand the
That's a good
club. I mean, what are we doing here? We're
I
expanding
think
the
I think what he
club.
means is like poker before it was just like fun. You know what I'm saying? But when you go to like a casino, people are like out there trying to make $1 off you, and obviously at the end of the day, you're trying to win.
Dude, the
But
amount
you're
of
trying to have
angles
fun.
I see
You know what I'm
shot,
saying?
you know what I mean? Like that's a phrase in poker.
Yeah,
Like
angles.
angle
I just,
shooting.
what is the problem? What is the exact problem if you can put it into words?
You know how like sometimes people talk about on
It's a
YouTube like
grind.
creator burnout.
it's
like,
where you're at.
But instead of creator burnout,
You're
because I
poker
don't
burnout.
like, I'm fucking like poker burnt out.
All aspects of poker, but you said like you liked the
I
online
like
aspect.
that.
So
yeah, a little bit.
just lean more heavily into what you enjoy.
I think you should do Kiran versus weight and Kiran versus travel.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
I want to. I even
100%.
talked to this guy about.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
mean,
good
at the
segue.
end of the day,
Yeah.
I think you're a
Let's do
content
it,
creator
yeah.
first and a poker player second.
Completely agree.
Like, because even since we were kids, this guy has always had a YouTube channel, like
something.
Twitch.
Big
video
vlogger guy.
game, a video game
Yeah.
YouTube channel, like, and then when we got into our adult years, he had the Kiran versus travel, Kiran versus weight.
Like if you
Uh,
started vlogging
post
the
everything,
next
you know what I'm
year
saying?
of your life in the process of Kiran versus weight and breaking it down like that, it's
I don't even think I want to do vlogs.
not. I'm just that style.
I
like,
think I want
keeping
to
up with your lifestyle,
move towards.
bigger picture
like,
Shout out
project.
to this guy,
Produce
massive
stuff?
inspiration. I want to do like documentary stuff. I can still be the subject, but I can figure out a way where it doesn't feel like a vlog.
I think you should be.
Because I think when you attach the word vlog to any content, it feels like a home theater or what is it?
Water-
it
Like,
feels
it down.
cheap. It feels
yeah.
cheap.
What's that phrase? Like it's like a home video. Like it feels like a home video.
Amateur.
Yeah. And like we're not going into that section of Cornhub.
Yeah.
We're not typing in amateur videos. Like we want some heavily
I
produced
do.
stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you might.
I like the real shit.
You might, but I've made
amateur
enough.
POV?
I've made enough amateur
Only
POV
POV,
videos in my
not
life. I've made enough of those amateur POV videos in my life where now I'm going for the. I want a script. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
No, I don't need a script, but I want it to feel produced in this. I'm proud. Like now, I literally come up with scripts for my videos, not like the verbal, not the audible stuff, but like little things. Like I write a script to Mike, and I'm like, hey, I'm doing this and this and this because I want it to look like this, this, and that. I want to use this song because this is the vibe and the energy I want to portray in this video. Like, I really think about these things. And like you said, I think I'm like poker burnt out, but I'm not content burnt out. I only make 2 videos a week. And I'm hands-on, sure, but I don't do the direct editing. Like, I do want to come up with a project.
I liked C2B. I'm gonna be honest. I like the editing that you brought to the table more than I like your editor, except for a couple videos ago at the end.
Sorry, Mike.
The time lapse of you stacking chips. I don't know whoever's idea that was. You or Mike.
That was Mike. The
The time lapse of the chip stacking felt like the end of Ocean's 12. I was very high on that.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying
Or
it's not.
Hangover.
It's not that I
We're
don't
not
like
saying-
it.
yeah,
It's just different. Like
just
I'm
different.
used to. I saw the first 100 videos that Mike didn't edit,
Yeah.
and I saw you attack different things in editing. I saw you want to do things. I saw you implement them. I saw them
Yeah.
change, and I thought that was really cool. And I know for a fact that you really like doing it because you would call us and you would ask us to watch it. And
Yeah, I
you would
remember that,
run-
yeah.
And you would run through stuff, and I thought that was really cool. You were really inspired. It's
Yeah.
cool to see inspired work because when you see it,
Yeah.
and that's really cool. So maybe you just start doing stuff,
Maybe
Like I
take
said, I think
some
the
mushrooms.
Kieran.
Maybe
That
take
solves
some
it.
mushrooms.
Mushrooms and acid. Where's all 100 when you need them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
I think the what I'm looking to do moving forward is to reintroduce some of my other projects and just like, because it's not a business, just like try to figure out what it's like to do shit for fun again.
Totally, man. I totally fucking
Because
feel
like I
that.
don't make poker content for fun. You know what I mean? Like I do it because like I feel like I'm obligated now because I have a following.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like little things. Let me give you an example.
Look at our hats.
Let me give you guys an example here. I'm
Look at
sorry
our
I'm
hats.
taking up a lot of this topic, guys. Forgive me. But like the other day I was like, I just want to do weird shit. Like I just want to paint my nails.
I just
You know
wanna
what
rock.
You know what I told Stephanie? I was like, oh, I just kind of want to paint my nails. Like I never did it. Like fuck it, whatever. And then I was like, wait, I can't paint my nails. She's like, why? I'm like, because like I'll just get flamed in my comment section on YouTube.
That's
Like
even better.
now
That's
I
why
think
you do it. Yeah.
no,
But
but
not like that.
That's
but-
good
but
for the
like-
algorithm.
Yeah,
man.
that
no,
is-
but
that
it's
is.
Great for
it's
the
awful
algorithm.
for my head. Like to read, I already know. Like
You
if
don't
I
read
read
'em.
like if I read 80
bunch of
comments
hate, yeah.
of just hate flaming me, like
Yeah.
I know none of what they're saying is true. Like they're gonna start saying, "Oh, he's gay," whatever. Like I'm very comfortable with my sexuality. If I didn't make content videos, I would happily. I wouldn't give a shit. You know,
Yeah.
I'm fat. I wear a crop top. I wouldn't give a shit. Like I really don't care.
Yeah.
But the problem is like that lives on the internet forever. And I just don't want. I don't want to deal with it.
You want to be like Freddie Mercury?
I don't know. Maybe you
Freddie
make
Mercury weird?
a couple
Okay.
steps forward. I think it's cool to do daily vlogs. I think there's a lot of people that have a lot of success doing that on YouTube.
Yeah.
Lily watches a ton of people that just do that. They just like paint their nails or like there's one dude who's a famous YouTuber's like husband. And he's like a home husband, so he just like plays video games and like does whatever, and like really just watches this guy live, and like it's kind of cool. He's like funny. He's just like a regular guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get it.
tried-
That's crazy. She watches that all day.
Yeah,
No, it's not like it's a live stream. It's just like, but
she watches
I mean,
the
They're
videos.
like, dude, they're like 4 or 5 hour videos.
And she
No
watches.
fucking
She
way.
doesn't watch all of it. She just, she like it's like
4 or 5
she
hours?
like checks in on her people. Is how
Okay.
it feels.
Yeah.
She has
I feel
people
you.
that she keeps up with,
Me
their
and-
families and stuff.
Me and Trenton actually approached Trenton with this idea. This mic is really high. Sorry about that. I approached Trenton with this
Bless you.
idea where I was like, "Hey, dude, bless you." By the way, sorry. I was like, "Yo, let's do a travel vlog, or not a travel vlog. Let's do travel
I've been wanting to do this
documentaries.
for so long.
Let's do travel documentaries." And I was like, "It worked great. He could do a Spaces thing while we're out there,
Oh.
and I could do my poker thing. Like, let's say we go
Good
to
idea.
Paris. I knock out 10 videos while I'm there. Boom, close to broke, gets to pay for it. It's like whatever, and we make like little stuff about the food, about the culture, about the art, whatever." He broke up with me. He shot the.
No, I
idea
didn't break
down.
up with him. I called him at like I think it was like 12:30
He
at
texted
night.
me like a girl was about to break up
you-
with me.
he did.
No, the night
were that far
before
along?
he was hyped, we were having Rodica. Like the vibes are impeccable.
He seduced me with Rodica. Had a
Of course.
always does that,
private
The
like,
Rada
back
room. The Rada room.
Yeah.
Private room.
Let me bring my dog in, and he's just like, yo,
Wow.
man, I got a proposal for you, blah blah blah. But no, it was dope. I think the idea was great. It's just when he asked me, it was right before Spaces, and I was like, we can't. If we want, we were talking about going like what 7 countries in a month or something like that.
Damn, that's a lot.
I don't think we could be able to do that project. I think we talked about like how it would not be possible.
But we talked about a few, and then one of them was like 7 countries. It was like going to a bunch of places
it's 9
in
countries
December.
in 75 days.
In
Yeah.
Asia?
Yeah, and I was just
Like
like
the India trip?
Yeah, that's one of the stops.
yeah, and so I think it was right after Spaces. I was like,
You're gonna
I'm
be
be
booked.
so booked in November. Then right after in December is like, I'm not gonna be able to just start thinking of content because like the same way you get burnt out with content and coming up with things, it's like.
I'm not content burnt out yet.
Well, poker burnt out,
Yeah.
but like I get video burnt out. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to shoot and think of videos 24/7. So it's like
Yeah.
right after I just did this huge project, probably the biggest project I've done all year, at least in terms of because I had to fund everything myself and everything was personally thought of myself. There was no team to help me, but yeah, I was too stressed out to do anything.
Aiden, we should go
Aiden,
to
do
Asia
you-
and start a rival vlog.
Aiden, do you have any hobbies?
Have
I
what?
gamble every day.
Do you have any hobbies? Like seriously?
I gamble every day.
Yeah.
That's my hobby.
Okay.
He kicks people out of the restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't know if and also I don't know if, but like gym is a hobby or not.
Yeah, I mean, I work out.
I don't
But,
think
like,
it is.
Is that a lifestyle?
I don't think
It's a
maybe?
lifestyle,
I think
but
it's
like
lifestyle.
he takes it really seriously. Like this guy, I don't know how we didn't talk about this yet, but this guy eats like 1 million eggs a day now.
How much
Literally
protein
eggs.
1 million?
Like this guy,
Don't stop.
he'll eat eggs for snack.
How much protein?
Because
are you
it's
eating? What's
taking-
your macros?
He eats all the
I'm
He's
trying to get 250, 300 grams of protein a
That's
day.
so
right
much
now.
content.
Give me that's at least 6 meals. Give me your 6 meals.
He does eat like 6 meals a day.
Yeah.
So
No, I used to hit 200 a day, and that was a fuck ton.
Well,
Like
yeah.
it was
200, yeah, 200 was hard, but you get through that. So right now, I wake up and because I have the access of restaurants, so I can have the perfect diet.
Uh-huh.
So I wake up and I'll do a 12-ounce steak, cup of oatmeal, and 4 scrambled eggs every morning,
That sounds good.
That seems hardy.
every single morning, and then
Okay.
What's the morning? What time do you wake up?
8:30, 9 o'clock.
Every
Are
day?
you good at waking up?
Do you never?
He has to wake up.
No,
never
no,
sleep in?
fuck has to, because that just becomes a habit, right? I get that he's had to for a long time, but that became a
I
habit.
like
Was it
waking-
hard at the beginning, or were you always a morning person?
I wasn't a morning person, but I became one just because I saw the value in it.
Got it.
So I liked waking up early. I'll do a cup of
Contract
oatmeal,
killer.
a cup of oatmeal, 12-ounce steak, 4 to 6 scrambled eggs, depending
I've
if
seen these photos.
depending on if I worked out the day before, and then I'll go about the first couple hours of my day.
How
drink
many days a week do you work out?
5,
Well, let him finish the meals. I need to
Five.
hear the
We're going,
meals.
I just got to get a full rounded
Uh-huh.
picture
Yeah.
before we get
5, and then
before we post this.
lunch I'll do.
Another steak.
I'll usually just do a
A
steak.
blended steak.
Ah, ooh.
Lunch I'll just do like a
He's like,
straight
I didn't think
another
of that.
12-ounce steak by itself, like just with butter,
Got
just steak by
Instead of
itself.
a New York steak, I'll do a Rhode Island
No,
steak.
I only do New Yorks. I'll do a New York steak about 11
So
o'clock.
are you just pilfering from your restaurants?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
just say, hey,
pretty
can you make me this? And then about two more hours later, I'll do a burger, fries. So I'll have 2 lunches.
You doing sweet potato fries or regular fries?
Regular
I'll flip
fries.
back and forth most of the time. And then again, 2 hours later, 3 hours later, I'll do either another steak or a piece of salmon with pesto pasta.
Uh-huh.
And then nighttime, I'll do either another burger or another piece of steak.
That is not 200 grams.
That's 200 grams.
That's
yeah.
200 grams. The steak's what, 50 grams. Then the eggs, 4 eggs. That's 24 grams. So that's
Why the fuck do you
that's
know all these
16
things?
grams. So you're eating like
So I'm
66
I'm eating
grams
minimum
for
3
breakfast.
I'm eating minimum 3 steaks a day. I'm having two
What?
burgers,
Are you a tiger, dude?
I eat 8.
and I'm having anywhere
What the
between
fuck?
4 and 8 eggs a
3
day.
steaks
right
a
now.
day?
okay, that adds up. So
And then
I think
You a
it's the
fucking
steaks. Yeah.
rhinoceros?
And
dude?
recently he
Like, what
started
are you doing?
and
What
like
are your shits like?
recently he started
Fibrous.
eating eggs like as snacks. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like you know
that's
how
good,
you know how you eat candy? He eats eggs.
Bro, chill the fuck out.
Like,
Don't play
like
me
he
like
eats
that.
eggs.
And then
Yo,
Like,
Chill out.
like dessert, I'll do like oatmeal with the protein powder.
But you have protein shakes in there throughout the day
Yeah,
too,
of
so
course,
there's
yeah.
there's
Do you-
additional protein. I get it.
I have another question. Do you have emotions?
of course.
Do
What
your-
do you mean?
does
What
your
kind of
shit-
No,
It's
ser-
sedate.
like I'm trying. No. Like roll with me here, but like, if you guys have watched the podcast enough, there's been enough episodes where like, I think the viewer knows what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
your responses to some stuff are so emotional.
Well, I also just eating like that.
I feel you though.
It's
Don't
really
trip
hard
about that.
because you're like
I mean-
I'm really satisfied by eating. So like if I want to eat something,
No,
gonna eat it. I
I'm
feel
not
really
talking
good.
about. I was talking about like. This is gonna wrap well with the Andrew Tate subject we're gonna finish on, but like Aidan, We'll be like, dude, man, I'm having a rough day. I feel really depressed. Aiden's like, dude, eat better. Go to the gym.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
Conversation over.
Just
Because
the
it really helps.
process of, it's going to sound goofy, but I'll tie it back in together. But like chasing gambling all day, every day for the last 10 years of my life, it's like you don't have time to get down because the next slate's coming out tomorrow and you got to refocus and be ready to go. So you can't go up.
You treat it like a sport.
But that's emotion. That's
one-
emotion tied to
But I'm
gambling.
gonna-
What
let
about
me-
like
let me keep
regular
going.
day
Let me
life?
keep going. So today, like
This is regular.
you win a bunch of money today, tomorrow you could lose. So you can't get too high, too low. You just got to be able to maintain a level of emotional balance.
Okay, I have a
So-
question. Do you enjoy gambling?
Oh yeah.
So you just
Of
like the
course.
lifestyle? Because there's a thing. Like Ellie Lesra is like, I feel like you know what I mean?
Old poker guy.
He enjoys the lifestyle of
Yeah.
gambling, playing poker 12 hours a
I
day.
like
or,
the ability
always
to
being
win
in it.
to win money or lose money.
But what do you think at the end of the day? Do you think there's a net profit?
For me, yeah, I make money gambling.
Okay, no. But I'm saying you make money because you have a job. I'm
For
saying
sure,
if you didn't have a
How
job.
does it sign with emotions?
It's not yet.
If
I did not have a
never
job-
asked him this.
Could I sustain myself gambling?
No, but is that the goal?
No.
Or is it just for fun?
Just for fun. Like I don't bet.
Okay,
I don't bet above my
that's a
So
means.
lifestyle
lost
thing.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So lost.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
bet
crazy.
above my means.
Aiden has like really
Yeah, you make small bets.
robotic reactions to some stuff. Like to some. I used a great example of like one time we were all like we were having a powwow, literally live on the pod. We were talking about how we were feeling low and like what we wanted to do, blah blah blah. And like Aiden just like looked at everybody, he's like, dude, just go to the fucking gym. He's like, and then the conversation was over. He's like, that makes you happy.
It's just
told me
I'd
to
like to
wake up
believe
earlier.
that as an individual, you have complete control over your own ability to think, feel, and if you're feeling down, feeling weak,
You sound
you
like
can control the ability to change that. I like to have full responsibility
But
on myself.
I honestly agree with Aiden. Like you guys say, it sounds robotic, but it's like it's very true. Like
He said that.
we live like we're all
Yeah.
sitting in like
You
some
guys don't agree with what I'm
comfortable
saying?
couch.
I think that Aiden's right as well. I just think that he's
I don't
more
think he's not
extreme
right.
than
No, I don't
than
think he's
us.
not
I
right.
think it's just very stoic,
It's a balance thing.
if that's the right word. You know, he
It
just
is
like
stoic, yeah. You
Aiden's
just control what
response
you
is
can
like
control.
that of somebody that only takes in Andrew Tate and Liver King content.
I mean, I take them in as a joke. It's not like I'm like fucking putting posters up on the wall.
I hope you recorded his reaction
wait.
to that.
So I should return the Andrew Tate poster. I got you. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, moving into where we're gonna go with this Andrew Tate segment.
Yeah,
Can
Andrew
you
Tate.
explain to me what happened with Andrew Tate?
Yeah.
He got
Of course.
arrested for
Let-
allegedly
Let Aiden describe it. Let Aiden describe it.
trafficking humans.
So, do you want me to start with the conspiracy side of it, or just go into what?
No, you
The-
never start with the
No.
conspiracy. You
Okay.
start
Wait,
with
are you
facts.
like a stan or something or
No.
no?
I'm educated on the topic.
Okay,
I like
I
it.
followed him for a while.
okay.
So
I don't know anything about Andrew Tate.
So, was it Friday morning?
Oh, you're
He
getting
tweets-
real specific.
He tweets out to Greta Thunberg.
Who is Greta Thunberg?
She's a young child, environmental
19 years old.
activist.
Environmentalist. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
She's very hard for the environment. She pushes hard. Like she's a net positive, good person. Like
Yeah.
everyone, she's a
Yeah,
good
everyone
person.
fucks
She's
with
here
it.
to
Yeah.
like help the future.
Right.
He's a good person, but like, you could see why it would cause issues.
But she's like really leftist or what? Like really like,
no, she
I
just
mean,
has
she's-
very
she's-
strong opinions.
like very
she's
liberal
very-
or what?
Yeah, but she's very just she wants to promote clean energy, pushing the environment in the right direction.
Yeah.
So he
and make
kind
you
of
feel bad.
Sounds very liberal.
Sorry for interrupting.
So
you.
he tweets her a picture of his Bugatti, filling it up, and says, "This is one of my 33 high emission
All
cars."
this.
Basically, like "fuck you," and
Yeah.
then she quote tweets it and says,
smalldickenergy@gmail.com or whatever. I saw
basically,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
he goes, "If you want me to send you a list of all the other cars, what
Send
email
me
can
your
I find you?"
email,
And
yeah.
she goes, "smalldickenergy at getalife.com." or
Pretty
whatever.
funny. Not
Decent
bad.
email, and then
Yeah.
he replies, "Why would that be your email? Why would your email be smalldickenergy at getalife?" Because she would, he said, "What's your
Bad
email?"
comeback, whatever.
Weird comeback,
Yeah,
not great.
Yeah.
what a lame ass
Yeah.
comeback.
Not great.
Yeah.
he got a lot of likes, though. I don't know
Well,
why.
they're both gonna.
Oh,
go.
because he has a bunch of,
He
he has
has
a bunch
a
of
lot of
dick
followers.
riders.
Yeah.
Her tweet is in the top 5 most liked tweets of all time now.
Yeah, yeah.
So the next morning,
Do you know the top 5?
no, but so let me keep going. So the next morning, Andrew Tate is arrested for alleged sex trafficking.
Right.
Human
And-
trafficking.
Felt like it came out of nowhere.
Felt like it came out of nowhere. And so he gets brought in. 12 hours later, he's out. No
Oh.
charges were
I don't know.
Oh, he's not in jail anymore?
He,
I don't
no,
know
he
about
was
that.
snap out of jail.
I didn't
was-
get an update on that.
He was out 12 hours later. He's tweeting, the Matrix agents came for me. All is good. So basically, I'm out. They came for me. Nothing came of it. And he's out now.
Fuck you, Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
no charges were proven. He's out and living his life now. 12 hours, but it's not a good look because media ran with it.
Right.
Andrew Tate's sex trafficking. He has women in his house. So
He's paying them to create OnlyFans content. It was like really weird.
he's forcing them
Very
to make
random.
pornography
Like
in
an
the
R. Kelly
house.
situation.
So now the police reports come out. No women actually in the house. There no charges. There was a report from some Romanian media company from a month ago saying that the plan is to arrest Andrew Tate basically New Year's Day with these claims.
That came out. That there was a piece of paper that said that.
Yeah.
That's not a conspiracy. That's a fact.
That's a fact. That's not a
What?
conspiracy.
You can't get that AI generated made.
Do your own research.
Do your own research, but
Wait, so the police had a thing that said that they were going to do that,
correct. Yeah.
and
No.
now we have.
So it
The
was a-
media, not the
Yeah, but
police.
who leaked that? Who leaked that?
Romanian media. So whatever that means to you.
He probably has a good influence on Romanian media, right? Isn't he like a very prominent Romanian? Shout out
Very,
MW.
very
I
affluent.
think he's notorious. Not,
He's very affluent in Romania, but he's
Not
I
had
think Conor McGregor has pool in Ireland.
Sure, that's a good
Probably,
comparison. Yeah. So now there's a conspiracy that, and then he comes out, and there's been many.
Is it
podcasts-
because of Greta Thunberg? Where does she fit into all this?
it was just a part of the story because
Oh. I thought it was
big
because
media,
of her.
big media story, and then he gets arrested the next day.
Right.
Big story comes out, he's pushing this, so it puts him in a really bad light. He gets roasted by Greta, gets arrested,
I think now that it kind of puts him in a better light now.
and so then he comes out, and then there's these stories on a podcast that he's talking about a month ago where he's saying they're going to come from, the general, they're going to come for me.
The Matrix agents.
The Matrix is coming. I'm telling the truth. They're going to come kill me. I would never kill myself. If something
Like
happens,
Elon Musk thing.
the didn't kill himself guy.
it was
No,
some
Epstein.
Epstein.
Where he's like, I would never kill myself. If they,
Or like a McAfee thing.
bingo,
Yeah,
McAfee,
yeah,
not
yeah,
Epstein.
yeah.
Yeah, McAfee. So there's all that. And then he is now free. And he's saying, they're going to keep coming. And step one is to get you arrested, put you in a bad media light. Step two is get you killed. So if he dies,
Step one was getting canceled.
step one was getting canceled. Step two is getting arrested. Kind of.
I don't think Andrew Tate's big enough to get killed. Like nobody. Like,
I mean,
don't
he was
think-
the number one Googled person on the planet for the last year.
Yeah, but I think he was like a Jake Paul, like just hated because of the controversial shit he was saying.
Infamous.
I don't think he was like hated from like government, like Epstein or whatever his name was. Like he got killed because it's like there was
He
actual
holds
like
valuable
important
information.
people. There was like important
Sure.
people's lives who were gonna get affected.
Who else?
Sure.
Andrew Tate doesn't affect anybody's important
his-
well,
life.
the
Like,
thing
But
about Andrew-
wasn't
he-
like, okay, wasn't John Lennon killed or something? By like
I
one
mean,
of
there's
his-
many affluent people that have
Okay,
been killed
that's what
over
I'm
the
saying.
history.
But I'm saying is like you don't just need the government to be against you
No,
to get
but
killed.
what
Like you
he's-
could just have
He's
some
saying you
psychopathic.
start speaking the truth, whatever his idea of the truth
His
is.
version of the
but
truth.
his
Yeah.
truth is based off of like
Sure,
OnlyFans chicks. It's like
His
like
experience.
OnlyFans people
Yeah.
might kill him. Like
But
No,
that's
he's
not
saying-
super.
like
That's not what he's saying.
because he's teaching like in his
Teaching
in his
young men
war
about
room.
masculinity.
Yeah, in his war room,
people
he's
are gonna
teaching
kill
people
him.
how to get out of the matrix, or like the war room is his paid for group, and $50 a month, whatever, a bunch of tens of thousands of people.
He's
pay
causing
for it.
massive media storm around himself, however good or bad it is, and his idea is the Matrix agents, the people in charge, whatever that means, sounds fucking goofy.
Which is not
think the problem-
far-fetched because
the problem-
media does give you a lot
So,
of power.
I think the problem with him, in general, is that like
It's
the
a very
core-
alienating. He's
No,
very polar.
the core
extreme.
of his message, and a lot of the people, like I'm assuming, this can happen in a lot of ways. Where like core of the message is like it's hard to refute that it's like bad, right? The core of the message is good,
It's very extreme.
but the shit around the message is crazy. No, it's
Yeah.
not that it's like the core of the
people that
message.
flock to it are
No, just the
generally
core of
also
the
not
message
it.
is like it's okay to be comfortable being a man,
Mm-hmm.
be a good man. I think that's the core of his message. The
That's
shit
the
around
core,
it,
but yeah, it's
the shit
yeah.
around it's so ridiculous
Yeah.
that it's like
Yeah.
it's like we get lost in the sauce here.
Yeah, there's the core message. It like if you break it down to its
So
very
it dilutes
single
the
meaning
whole
is
message.
it's okay to be a man
And be a good one.
and be a good one, and then it gets real hairy after that.
Yeah.
But
It gets lost in translation.
where it gets lost and it gets really aggressive is where he's saying he's going to
he
get in
says
trouble.
polarized sound bites that get clipped
Exactly,
and then
it's
yeah,
very
get
easy. Like
re-
I spent the last week I was like, let's see what this guy's about. So I listened to about 30 hours of podcasts. Like he does really long form shit. I'm like, let's see what it's about. And you can see how there
Good
can
for you
be
for doing your
And you can see that it's very easy to take 15-second sound bites where we're like, oh wow, he sounds fucking
super
awful.
out of context. Yeah.
Super awful. And like when you hear those 15 seconds, you're like, oh, he's the worst person in the planet. But then you listen.
That's what Lily thinks, and I told her the same thing. I was like, bro, have you actually listened to him at all? Not that I have. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people haven't. Where I listened to a 5.5-hour podcast with him, and it's like I'm not a fan of the guy, obviously.
The
but
media
I like,
has you making judgment calls. You know what I mean? They want
of
you
course,
to
and that's
snap
what his
judgment
thing
calls.
is. It's
The
like
media does an unbelievable job of being able to sway an impressionable mind.
Yeah, totally.
yeah, and that's what his target audience is 16 to 21-year-old males, and it's working because he's the most Googled man of the last year, more than Donald Trump in his height. It's
Bro, I think I'm becoming fucking. I think going outside is now just becoming. It's becoming more and more less of an option. Like just hearing all this stuff, I'm like so fucking lost. You know what
So
I mean?
to touch back with the Greta Thunberg thing, I don't know anything about this lady, so this is not a slight at her. But I hate this like oh, I do good, I am good, everybody applauds me for being good. I'm not saying she thinks like
she
this.
was so young when she
No.
came on.
I'm not saying she thinks like that.
11-year-old like giving a good message. Like that was her thing.
I'm not. I said at the very beginning. I'm not using her as an
Are you
example.
anti-environment, bro?
No,
Trent sitting
you're,
right here.
You're missing.
Yeah,
You're
with
missing my
Trenton right
whole
here.
point.
Are you gonna go cut those?
No,
You're gonna go
missing-
burn those 100 trees down?
You're missing the whole point I'm
I
making
forgot
here.
about that.
I just dislike this like people are a lot about talk and very little about do.
Of course.
Again, I'm not using her as that. I don't know anything. I literally have no idea about her. But this whole like this whole mob thing of like, yo, be good for the environment, da 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 da.
So much worse too.
And then they like
I drove a Prius for 5
these same
years.
people.
Check
These
that
same
box.
people
I
have
drive a Tesla.
never made any action in a positive light.
Again, now you're generalizing too. It's like it's easy to be like
I
these
think
people don't do
I
anything.
think
when-
we can
hard
very
to say.
comfortably. I'm saying personal data. People that I know, people that are like worried about whatever the subject may be. The amount of people that have acted on that, I
Sure.
would take less
minority,
than
sure.
20%.
But it's still a
From personal data. Personal
It's just
data.
hard to.
It's
What does
still
that
a
mean?
My personal 10 people. You know what I'm
I know,
saying?
but we can all exchange this whole thing. I think the whole goal at the end of the day is
Get more people to do it.
it's judge less, respect more, right?
Yeah.
So it's like make the snap judgments less, make the quick judgments less. Just as individuals, we have to like practice not doing that because it's really easy to today.
And
know what I
that's the
mean?
message Trenton's trying to push. Help the fucking environment, people. You know, let's make a better future for everybody.
Help the environment, people.
You know what I mean? Like I do. I don't know. I try to be really conscious about snap judging.
I wish
think
you were
it's
more
really
conscious about talking into the mic.
Sorry. I do a lot of things that are really impulsive, and I have my whole life.
Do you
So
recycle?
Like,
No, I'm trying to.
You say no.
We recycle.
Snap no.
yeah, no, I don't. I don't
I'm just
recycle.
trying
I
to-
recycle.
I'm trying
Actually,
to
I
do
do
better.
recycle.
We recycle
Yeah,
at the house.
we do recycle.
We recycle.
We recycle.
Yeah.
We recycle, baby.
Wait, you know, yeah, I said I don't recycle. Then I was like, wait, I actually
We
do.
do recycle.
South
Yeah.
Pasadena, I believe, recycles for you. So
Yeah.
different.
But like you
So
said,
like
you said, like, do you find yourself snap judging people, and then in your head you're like, wait,
I feel
why the
terrible
hell am I
about it.
judging
Exactly.
someone?
That's
Like,
what I do.
Yeah.
And now I'm happy because now my first gut level reaction, regardless of what my impulsivity did, is to rethink it in my
yeah,
head.
me too.
So like now I'm like, okay, yeah, I have to do that more and more often.
I try
you
to
know?
get there. I'm so like just net judgment and like lack of empathy where I'm like, oh, you're just a
Bro, we were at like.
Do you think like snap judgment, like judging, is like super polar off?
What were you gonna say? Like,
No,
What do you mean
I'm
by
not
what do you mean
saying
by
that.
polar off?
Well, I was just gonna give an example.
If
Like
I-
we went to a music festival, and then like, don't get me wrong, this girl, she kind of interrupted the show. We were watching the show, you know, and she was just like, "Oh, like, hey, like," she was just trying to make conversation while we're watching the
Stand-up?
band, you know.
Oh, okay.
And then Aiden's like, "I'm trying to watch the band," like
she was
When
drunk.
I was
he was like, "I'm trying to watch the band," like. Turn around.
I mean,
and
I'm
then
not-
I'm like, but listen, I'm pretty sure if she was a more attractive girl, you'd be like, hey,
Of course,
what's up,
but she was
shorty?
drunk and she's like,
Whoa,
the
whoa, you
show's
just got
literally going
canceled.
on. The music's literally going
That's
on.
not a problem.
The
If
band's
he only wants to talk to people that he's attracted to, that's fine.
The band's
I
performing.
know, but I'm just saying,
he doesn't have to. He
the
doesn't
snap
owe that
judgment.
woman- He doesn't owe other people.
No,
his
I know
conversation.
he doesn't, but what I'm saying, that's just part of the snap judgment. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
100%. Of course.
Like,
yeah.
I was just like, I would
I shut it
politely
down,
told her,
bro.
I was like, she's like, hey, I came here by myself. I was like, oh, you know, that's cool. I really like this band. I'm here with my friend right now. like, we should
Are these,
watch.
like,
She
the
turns
people
around and goes,
that talk in the movies.
I'm hanging out with you guys tonight. And I go, no, you're not. We're here watching the show. And then she turns around and she goes,
Did she
oh,
say
you're like
that?
that? I'm like, I'm not trying to talk to you right now. I'm watching the show. Yeah. That seems fine. Yeah.
That's funny. I think I don't
But
know.
it's
I didn't know
important,
that
you
was.
know.
She was
context.
also mega drunk, and I'm like,
I think
I'm not
I
gonna
think you
cut
said it in a
tails off.
respectful way. Like, I mean, it was not
Yeah.
the maybe not the most respectful way, but it's like at the same
Of
time,
course,
like you can have
I was
boundaries.
trying. Yeah,
you know, like-
exactly. I
She
was
goes,
trying to
oh,
tell her,
I know
like-
who you are, and I went, no, you don't. Turn
There you
around.
go, yeah.
I was trying to
No,
tell her
you don't.
politely. I was like,
It's good to
let's
be
try
able to
show,
say
you know?
no. That's
Of
that's
course.
an
Yeah, because
adult
like
skill.
pit on the opposite end. If like you're an ugly dude and you come up to two chicks and you're just like, hey, I'm by myself. Can I talk to you guys? Like they're gonna be like, no, turn
Get
around.
the
you know?
fuck away from
Yeah,
me.
and it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, same scenario would
funny.
happen. You know.
I put it into it. I'm good with saying no.
Dude,
I have no problem.
that one I learned at the bar. For the first 2
course,
years,
yeah.
I said yes to everything, and I looked like a fucking idiot and got taken advantage of. After that, bro, now I say no to fucking everything first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do that. You say no to everything.
Say no to everything.
But he likes to be
And then
invited
decide-
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
everything, yeah.
Kiran.
My dad's the same way. My dad's the exact same way.
So Kiran invited me. I mean, Aidan invited me out to dinner with some
Thanks.
some people, right?
didn't
Well, it was
receive one of
before
those.
we were
It's
going
probably
to
in the mail.
we're going to a Tim Dillon show, and it
Oh,
was dinner.
There
before.
was a Tim Dillon show too, dinner and a show. Huh?
Anyways, and then Kiran
Front row.
Kiran hears
Wow.
him invite me on the phone,
Really
and
was
then he's
jealous.
like, "Whoa! Am I
I was
invited?"
in a different room. By
He
the way.
goes, "Am I invited? Am I invited to dinner?" Because it's with someone he wants
a
to
mutual-
talk with.
it's a mutual associate.
Mutual associate.
The next day, I flip the whole reservation around. I get Kiran a seat, and I call him. I go, all right, Kiran, I got you. He goes, oh, sorry.
No. I said okay. I was gonna go.
You guys were all gonna go, and
No,
you
no,
didn't even
no, no.
fucking
You're
tell
not-
me.
You're not letting me finish the story. Let me finish the story.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so they said they were gonna go to the dinner before the show, or whatever. They said they were gonna go to dinner before or after the show. Either way, it didn't. I couldn't go during showtime. I said that at the very beginning. I was like, I cannot make the show. I gotta go to work. But if we do dinner, I can probably go to dinner.
Dinner was
My
at
fault.
7 o'clock, but
Yeah,
the
my
show's at
fault.
9:45. So
My
he has to go
fault.
back to work at 9:45.
No, my fault was that I was thinking for some reason in this story, in this example, that we're going to be having dinner in LA
Right.
somewhere 20, 30 minutes from the
Right,
restaurant. Like the restaurant's very centralized to LA, right? I was thinking
Was
that.
this yesterday?
Nah,
Friday.
Friday. So I was thinking that, and I was thinking that like, oh, it would happen after the show or before the show. So I thought like before the show like was 6, 7, like 5, 6 o'clock.
If you knew who
I
was
didn't know
at
the
the dinner,
show
you'd understand
started.
why it was for
I
him.
didn't know why the show started at 10 p.m. Like that seemed insane. Like it seemed like dinner at 7 was, or whatever it was like late for a traditional, like concert started at 7 or 6. Like I didn't.
I don't know about
So-
that. No, the concerts
that's
start.
When's the last time you've been to a
battery.
concert?
The concerts start at 9 or 10.
Yeah.
If they start at 9, I'm
It's
kind of
okay, no,
disappointed
it's fine.
that
It's just
I'm gonna
battery.
end the night at.
No,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
there's the pre-show and all that, right? Like okay, the UFC starts at 9, but the thing starts at 3, and fucking this guy's in there at 2:15.
Lily was really jealous you went to a comedy
Well,
show and you didn't.
I
invite
know,
her.
yeah.
I'm sure she told you.
Yeah. I told her that
We'll
we're
invite
going
her
to go.
next time,
She was very upset.
We'll invite you guys.
Anyways, have
can
this
just
room with
invite
your
Lily,
friend
not
group,
me.
guys. Always ask them to invite you everywhere, even if you say no often.
What
No,
about
I
what
disagree.
about what
I don't
about
ask
if
to
they
be invited.
what about if they
everywhere, and I think it's
cancel
fine.
the day of?
If they constantly
Kieran's
cancel.
very annoying. This is actually
No.
you should do the opposite
The
of what
nut
Kieran
low
said, 'cause
communicator.
He's really bad.
No
Yeah.
communicator, huh?
You are the nut low communicator.
Bad communicator.
You are the nut
I'm
low.
one of the best communicators.
You
dude.
are the
Very
nut
bad.
low communicator.
That's why I tag you in every text just to make sure you see it.
Me too.
Like
We
like,
do the same thing
at-
at work.
Your
Do
your
the
name
whole
on my
thing.
phone is Drake. And I just go at Drake.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what you are, dude? You're drama boy too, dude.
drama boy
You're
too.
drama boy
I
too.
don't think that's drama as much as
Drama
like
boy too.
I
I don't know. It's a little dramatic that you have to be invited everywhere just so you can say no.
No, that's not the point.
Yeah, you say no to like
No,
90% of the things
it's
we invite you to.
95. Probably.
I don't
Yeah.
say, hey, if I'm going to a private dinner with my family to invite, that's to be so dumb.
That's what I was doing.
It's-
This guy,
yeah,
this guy's.
He lives with me.
literally.
Yeah.
I guess maybe.
But like, I don't know.
Like
I
we don't have
this-
to be invited to like every time they go to fucking breakfast. Like imagine just
No,
like,
that's
like,
different. Again,
like,
I'm saying like if I invited Christian out to do something,
Uh-huh.
I think it'd be
I don't think they would be upset at all.
it would no I'm saying it would be second nature that if you're going, I'd probably like them to go as
But
well.
the
Oh,
thing
yeah,
is,
sure.
I wouldn't even think about it if I wasn't. Like, it wouldn't even be in my mind at all. It would just be something that's not.
Yeah, and you say no a lot.
Like
They're-
if you
wait,
and Logan went to go eat and
they're
like, I was
saying
invited,
all
I'd
of
be like,
this.
that's pretty,
they're
that's
they're
normal.
saying all of this,
Yeah.
and the context of like me being like, whoa, is like when them three go somewhere, And I'm like, whoa, what happened here? They're like, oh, bro, you probably didn't want to come anyway.
Well,
Because you say no to everything.
You know
Wait,
why?
did you-
This
did
is
you
back
ask
when
me?
I was
Did you ask
drinking,
me?
and it's like, oh, we'd be at a
Oh,
bar.
that
ask
too.
me.
Or
That
like, you know
too.
what I mean?
Ask
We'd be
me.
out late at night at a bar.
You also
hate
don't like
that
drugs
shit.
or alcohol.
Yeah,
so
you hate
Yeah.
that shit.
What,
bro.
what are you gonna?
eating.
You want to hang
Eating.
out? You
I
want to
love
hang out
food.
at the pub with us?
Dude, you always show up and then you just
get
you
some
like
food
this,
after
and
this.
then you
Who's hungry?
leave before the
Yeah,
bill
me too.
comes. You're like gone.
Like, can you put the camera on Aidan so I can see Aidan doing this calls? Aidan thinks he runs the game here. Well, like what's going on?
Dude.
I got to get up in like fucking 5 hours. So
Thanks, Trenton.
Uh,
All right, guys.
But anyways, Trent, do you want to pimp your social media or anything? If people are
Yeah. Your website.
Yeah, sure. It's, Trenton Sullivan, TrentonSullivan with an extra N at the end. Couldn't get the full name.
Because he's extra
okay.
spicy.
Damn.
Yeah,
okay.
that's my Instagram.
See if you can
Nice.
find the
Website's
ETH
on
address.
Instagram, trentonsullivan.art.
Nice,
Beautiful.
Mine's
Otherwise-
OX3FN.
On Twitter.
anyways,
NoGoodLogan on Twitter. Let's go.
I'm going to be doing UFC breakdowns for every card this year. That's a New Year's resolution.
Let's
since-
go. There
You guys,
we go.
me and Logan
Content.
are pumping,
Go.
dumping this project.
Yeah.
This ETH
Hey,
project.
shut up. I'm not pumping and dumping
whoa.
nothing.
Yeah.
anyways,
no dumps.
thank you guys all for joining today's video. Man, I feel like I look like an Indian version of Eazy-E right now, or like Ice Cube from that movie.
No, you look fresh, bro.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a
Thanks,
lovely
guys.
day. Again, if you guys are watching this podcast or viewing or I guess hearing this podcast, make sure to check us out on YouTube. It's really important to check us out on YouTube. It's where you can see all of our reactions. That's Close to Broke Podcast on YouTube. Share it with a friend. Have a wonderful, happy new year. We're going to be doing some fun giveaways with the team here. So stay involved.
Let's vote on who gave the best present, too, in the comments. If you guys just want to maybe throw
Yes.
that one out there.
I'm a funny bone, bro.
I think
Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. And we're going to end it there.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh, maybe it's Kiran. Kiran had a good gift.